Going for Murray to win by about 17 points.
And that's where you've got to back the Leongatha midfield in. They've got to actually negate that entry inside, and they've got to be on top all afternoon. For me, finals is big. Murray's been great this year, and they've had a great 6 weeks. I'm going to go with Leongatha, though, 9 points.
Poppy? Look, I'm going to go on the back of Murray winning the 2 previous encounters this year by 22 and 27. I'm going to keep it in the 20s and go 23.
23. I'm going to go Leongatha. I think they can... I think they can find something they haven't had all year. They've just been sort of thereabouts. And at the end of the day, they haven't played the greatest of footy, but they still finish in 3rd spot on the ladder. A couple of big ins today, and that's what I like to see in that middle of the ground with Marriott and Bowman coming into the side. I think they're going to be absolute bulls today. I think the ball's going to move quick. Leongatha, I think, are one of the best spreading and switching teams in the competition. And on a day like today, the ground is hard and fast. The conditions are absolutely beautiful. I think they'll be able to get it on the open side and just have that forward 50 entries a little bit cleaner than what Moe might be able to. I'm going to go Leongatha, but it's only going to be tight, Boxer. And you might think I'm just having a bit of a stitch up here because I always go about that.
It'll be a point, won't it? It'll be a point.
It's going to be by 9 points.
I said 9 points. You can't have... I said 9.
I'll go 10.
Of course you will. That's a stitch up.
Yeah, because it's like if we were playing The Price is Right, he's going to beat you for sure,
Yeah,
unless you get it spot on.
I'll give you a quarter-time scores in the East Gippsland Football League Grand Final. And it's quarter time. It's Boysdale 2-3-15. They lead Wyong 1-2-8.
Well, here we go. First quarter action for Virtue Homes is about to get underway. Looking at the midfield for the Lions, Ben Morrow will take the first ruck duties. Danaher's in there. Had a fantastic season, has Ben Danaher. And, of course, the 2 Baldy boys, Trent and Riley. While for Leongatha, well, you expect nothing less to see Tom Marriott and Aaron Heppel in the middle of the ground as well. And also the big ruckman will be Big Benny Willis.
I just can't see which Prowse has come to the bench. I'm just waiting for the other one to turn around.
No, it was Chris Prowse that came to the bench.
Chris, there you go. So Nick goes forward. Gowers goes forward as well. Westaway is going to Prowse. And looks
interesting.
like...
Noah Gown starting in the middle of the ground too, Boxer, which is a very interesting one for the Leongatha side.
I don't mind it. Yep. I don't mind that at all because Gown, last time they met, he didn't have a great game, so I'm looking forward to that matchup as well.
Oh, here we go. Qualifying final day, first quarter action for Virtue Homes, and the first tap will go to Big Benny Willis. Swooping on it quickly, though, is Baldy. That's Riley variety. Handballs back to Danaher. Just slipped as he went to kick. Lost the handle on the footy. Van Dyke was back there for the Lions. Has to go again for a second option. Gives it off. Picked off, though, by Cam Olden. The kick will go to the top of the 50. Not quite inside forward 50 for the Parrots. Working hard at ground level back there is Maslin for the Lions, and the umpire will ball it up. Point of the square, centre half forward for the Leongatha side.
So the Parrots kicking to the right of Radio, the one thaggy end, and the big fella in Big Benny Willis gets the tap forward. Can he find a winner at ground level? He can't. Nice tackle, keeps the ball in dispute. Free kick paid. It's hot out there at the moment. It's going to go the way of Moe and Scotty Van Dyke. Defensive 50 will take the kick.
Looks like we've got a defensive matchup too. Aaron Heppel has gone to Kilty, and he's playing him very, very close as well.
So Van Dyke goes right. He's just short of right half back flank. Brock Smith's the player with the ball. And kicks along the line towards the outer side wing. Scoreboard, no result, obviously. Early seconds of this first quarter as Big Benny Willis struggled to reach down and grab that one. Quick kick forward, gains 20 metres for the Lions, and now nicely taken. Good take on the run was Billy Gowers. Turns, gets himself in and out, and then back into trouble. And Leongatha don't need 2 chances, just the one, and off they go. Defensive 50. Got some room to move. Nicely done, and find Maskell.
Oh.
He's under pressure. First score, kick for goal. Bang! Goes the way of Jacob Balfour. The Moe side are on the board.
Yeah, just forced a little bit of an error too. Apology as well. Luke Bowman is playing a defensive role on Kilty down forward there for Leongatha. But a couple of little inherent errors there by Leongatha, which is probably not too often that happens. But Moe made him pay and swooped on it, and it was a great goal to start with.
So the first score on the Virtue Home scoreboard has come at the 1.5 minute mark of this first quarter. Moe 1 goal straight 6. Leongatha yet to score.
Moe made a quick change. Blazer comes off the bench. He goes into the middle of the ground for the Lions. Leongatha, as started. Morrow this time taps it down. Baldy little double tap towards Blazer direction. He picks it up, but quickly wrapped up from a Marriott tackle. And we'll have a secondary stoppage in the middle of the ground. 6 points is the margin. Lions lead it. Morrow with strength gets Willis out the way. Danaher gives a handball back to Riley Baldy. Kicks to centre half forward. Nicely done.
Take.
Jackson Harry Centre half back will switch it out wide. Little John's there, can take the mark. In front of Sim, goes to the wing area. The target, Marriott, can mark in his chest. Got one on in Hilberg, can find him, and he runs. Top of the 50. Leongatha supporters like him. Left foot kick in towards Garnham. Big spoil over the back. Bowman was there. Handballed forward. Looks for Jesse Burns. Pratt was back there for the Lions. Under pressure. Nicely done there by Mulqueen. Little quick kick. Comes out though. Cam Oldham with a check side. Beautifully done. Stepped inside of the defender on the right foot with the outside boot. And it goes through the middle, Cam Oldham.
You don't give Cam Oldham any more than one chance because he'll hurt you every single time on the scoreboard as well. Just defensively, Jackson Harry's got the job on Gowers at the moment too, and it was just his little switch play then that allowed Tommy Marriott to free up, and then it was just a quick play to Aaron Hilberg, and then away they went.
So at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter is a goal apiece on the Virtue home scoreboard.
All right, Big Benny Willis will do the hard work against Benny Morrow. 1 goal apiece, early moments of this first quarter. Winner goes on to play Wonthaggi next week. Well, line ball that one, maybe a bit of Morrow. Baldy, ground level, he's been good in the centre. His kick from Seppi goes to left half forward flank. Murray looking for the favourable bounce, didn't get it. Nicely done, and it was out of defence by Forrester. His left foot's nearly deadly. Ben Danaher grabs the ball from left half forward flank, gets to within 30 metres. Prowse was the target.
Good body work.
Good body work, and Westaway will take the mark, last line of defence.
Maskell took the mark. Westaway with a great body work, Poppy, as Maskell rolls around. He has a couple of bounces in the defensive 50. Left foot kick, looking out there for Oldham, tried to stretch and mark. Couldn't do so. Just got a fingertip to it though. Boundary throw in, far side, the margin, dead level, 1 straight 6 apiece.
Just little things are going to happen today too. Just little things I'm going to pick up on as well. Rotations through both benches as well. Conditions are perfect, so players are really going to feel it as well out in the middle of the ground as well. And they've been very, very busy. So
well, Leongatha haven't boxer, so haven't made that change in the midfield just yet. Free kick goes in the way of Leongatha. And it'll be the big fella Noah Gown, who's rolled up playing a bit of a midfield role. No doubt both coaches having a bit of a look at this one as Gown on the half-back flank rolls around, right foot kick, half forward, long, searching right foot. Kilty's got the sit, takes a nice mark, and that's what you don't do. As Kilty quickly transfers to play across the ground to Maslin. Goes inboard, he's got the target there in Van Dyke. He's been in great form all season, has Scotty Van Dyke. Goes to Balfour. Just gets over the top of his head. Second effort was okay. Left foot kick inside 50, downfield, or a mark, take your pick. And taking the kick is Blackshaw, who played his first game of senior football this year, kicked 5 goals last week, retained his spot in this Moe forward line, will look to get a shot on goal.
And these are the moments. These are the times where you need to convert. No pressure, inside 50.
Big moments, Moore Bowling Club. Thomas Blackshaw comes in from 40 metres out and continues the good form from the home and away season from the last round and puts through the first of the afternoon.
Do you know why I like these little moves here? Blackshaw comes in, doesn't play all year. All of a sudden, Moe's got this little trump card that no one knows about.
Yep.
Kicks 5 last week, big stage, kicks a great goal, plays in front. Hopefully that increases his confidence even more. I just like that move.
And it's now a 6-point lead to Moe at the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. The Virtue home scoreboard has the Lions at 2 goals straight 12, leading Leongatha 1 straight 6.
All right, so Cameron Stone into the guts. That might make a difference for the Leongatha side. Tom Marriott out. Nice leap it was by Prowse. It was the Chris Prowse variety that got the tap. Couldn't find a teammate, or in fact he did, Riley Baldy, but he couldn't find space. And so there'll be a ball up again. Prowse v Big Willis, but Prowse too tall, got the tap. Free kick behind play will go the way of Leongatha, and it goes away of Noah Gowan. So from the centre, he goes inside forward 50. Glenane's the target. Ground level, Leongatha keep their feet. They give ground, they keep possession. McGannon goes looking forward. He couldn't find Bowman in that forward pocket. In fact, he found the boundary and on the wrong side of the boundary. Free kick will go the way of Declan Kelty.
Right in front of the Wonthaggi Power social rooms. Qualifying final day. Great to have your company on Tower FM. Kick goes down the line. Big fly over the back. Working hard was Travis Nash at ground level. Left the footy behind. Sam Forrester was there as well. And it's no surprise that Baldy will be one of the last to get off the bottom of the pack. We've got a ball up right in front of us here at Wonthaggi Rec Reserve. 6 points margin leads in favour of the Lions. Prowse tapped it down. Willis does some groundwork. Tried to shuffle it forward. Prowse tried to work hard as well. Gowan stops him. And we'll have another ball up.
Somebody they're prepared to play Blackshaw one-on-one down inside their 52, Moe. So I like the fact that they're taking a chance with this guy.
Willis this time shoves him out the way, grabs the footy, puts ball to boot, just keeps it in the field of play. It stays in now, it bobbles out. Olden couldn't keep it in either. We've got a boundary throw in, 60 metres around from the Parrots' goal.
I'm only guessing here. I reckon Moe have made maybe 18 rotations and Leongatha maybe 4.
Lucky they're not counting them.
One of those have just happened for the Parrots. Hilberg just shoves the opposing ruckman out the way and they got a Shepherd. Thought it might have been good body work. Prowse has it quickly, plays on to Danaher. Handballs now to Seppi. The left footer on the right side goes down the line. The target is Brooks, can't quite complete the mark. Working hard is Maskill at ground level as well. And it looks like we'll have another stoppage.
Good contest.
And I think it's a good contest too, because Brooks has probably been given the job to make sure he can nullify Maskill down half-back.
So thrown up, Prowse finds boundary.
Is that a free kick? That is a free kick.
Out of play on the full, going to go Moe's way.
The ruckman tapped it out of bounds on the full. No, I think he's right.
It's hit the line.
I think they went out of bounds. That's a free kick, absolutely. Boundary umpire and field umpire now having a bit of a discussion. This is spot on. It went over the line. It is a free kick. We'll go Moe's way.
There you go. He's saying it's hit the line.
Umpire was spot on. Leongatha fans don't like it. It's right in front of him, Poppy.
Yeah, well, I might not like it, but that's the rule.
Yep.
Jill. Chris Prowse inside forward 50. Good fly from the back. Leongatha brings the ball to the front. There'll be a ball up here 40 metres from Moe's goals on a 45-degree angle. We've played just on 9 minutes first quarter. And Moe, 2 goals straight. Leongatha, 1 goal straight.
It's on your Virtue Homes scoreboard. Don't forget Virtue Homes, your prestige Gippsland custom builder. Be inspired at virtuehomes.com.au. Stoppage, quick kick from Forrester. Clears the dangerous zone. 2-on-1. Lions have got the 2. And good work by Cam Olden to halve the contest and get a boundary throw in. The Parrots will reassess.
Some good signs here from both sides. It's just one of those things where there's a bit of an arm wrestle at the minute as well. We're just going to see who can actually break that arm wrestle at the minute.
Ball comes back in. Prowse in the front spot, gets over the back. Blazer tried to take it with him. Prowse handballs forward, but picked off by Marriott of Leongatha. Kick goes to half forward. It's Brock Smith on Olden. Biffin comes in to help. Smith will spoil it. Heppel's there, crunched in 3 Lions, tackles, and they go to him, and there's a little bit of biffo. Hopkins doesn't like it. They're over the boundary line. They're right in front of us. There might be a free kick being paid. It is. He got him in the head.
And it's a good free kick too. Hopkins didn't have to do that. Oh, hang on. It's against him.
Baldy with the elbow to the head. Hopkins got the free kick. They go inboard, and it goes to McGannon.
So McGannon, who's been busy also, will kick inside or look for inside 50. Nice fly. Couldn't take it in. Was Gowan. That was Noah Gowan. Gives ground. Trent Baldy. He's taken ball and all. Right on the arc of 50, basically near the intersection of forward 50 and boundary in front of the Wonthaggi Power Football Netball Club rooms.
Umpire's just trying to really take control of the game here, Pop, as well.
10.5 minutes gone. Moe 2 goals, Leongatha 1. Prowse gets the tap. Oh, handball blindly. Falls away
Burns.
of Leongatha's. Burns left leg. Goes to the top of the square. McKelty had it sit. Ball falls to the front of the pack. McKelty couldn't get it. Couldn't get a handle on it. And last bloke to come up will be Harry Sim.
Don't mind that Bowman on Kilty at the moment too. He's really playing him tight. Just probably really want to nullify his exposure to the game.
Prowse gets the tap outside 50. Nice work by Leongatha's Cameron Stone. His handball blindly. Couldn't find a teammate. Marriott fights hard. You'd expect nothing less. And right on the left half forward flank, or right back flank for Moe, the umpire will take control.
Big moments thanks to the Moore Bowling Club this afternoon. You're listening to the qualifying final of the Gippsland League on TRFM. And we're going to have another stoppage as Danaher tried to fight through a couple of Leongatha tacklers. Moore Bowling Club's new convention reception centre now open and complete, stunning 300-seat function room. For inquiries, head to themoorbowls.com.au. As Hilberg and Prowse does duties, but coming through at pace was Danaher. Very nicely done, down towards the Brooks area. Now Chris Prowse has it, handballs over his shoulder. Working hard, though, back there is Travis Nash for Leongatha to cause another stoppage.
He's had a good start, Ben Danaher, Scud. He's had quite a bit of it so far, but his Bullock work in the middle has been tremendous.
Paul Carter, key stats for Traralgon Subaru.
4 disposals to Danaher at the moment.
Working hard in the middle, so Blazer was wrapped up by Marriott.
It's more his presence around the contest as well that's been quite significant.
Yeah, his big body's been good, hasn't it?
Right on cue, he wins the clearance, but just had the footy ripped away from him in the end. And again, a big, strong tackle from Prowse. They eventually get the football to the Parrots out the back. McGannon kicks it out wide, looking for Hopkins. Can he keep it in the field of play? Only just. There's a big dust up between, well, only a little one, I should say. Noah Gowan and Prowse. They just kept going at it for a little bit longer than expected.
Riley Bordy's been on the boundary here waiting for a rotation for about 3 or 4 minutes. He'd be chiming at the bit to get back on the ground, but the player's on the far side of the ground.
So ball to be thrown back in, just on Moe's side of the outer side wing. Nice tap by Prowse. That's Chris Prowse. Couldn't find a teammate. Again, the umpire will take control. Leongatha in these 50-50 contests just look a bit stronger, and Moe look a bit dangerous when there's room to move. Early moments, though. Only 13 minutes gone first quarter. 1 goal the difference, 2-1, leading Moe's way as they go forward. Geez, the kick was nice, but the attempt to mark was, although good, not successful, and there'll be a boundary throw in. Right half forward flank.
6 points is the margin. Moe lead it. 13.5-minute mark of the first quarter for Virtue Homes. Ball comes back into the field of play. Prowse taps it, clears the danger zone. Gowan will kick around his body to half forward. Good purchase on it. Bowman takes the mark. It's an open forward line. Ganane will present. Gives a handball off the back to Stone. Oh, great smother by Declan Kelty. Ball now in dispute. Sim tries to win it back. Good work by Tommy Long, and the veteran defender can find a target in the middle of the ground. It's Belfer, goes backwards to Danaher by hand, out towards Brooks, who can mark it half forward. They want it, Prowse wants it deep. They go the shorter option to Gowers. Good spoil by Jackson Harry. Second effort at ground level was good. Handball to Westaway. Now he's under pressure. Brooks did well, close to the boundary line. They'll find it in the end. They do now. And good passage of play, good build-up. Good football all around, as you'd expect in this qualifying final between the second placed and third placed Moe Leongatha.
Yeah, great spoil by Jackson Harry. Just had enough acceleration just to make enough ground to get the ball to ground away from Gowers.
All right, so it's going to be Hilberg up against Prowse. Prowse gets the tap, and comfortably too, given that he's probably got 1.5 feet, but a free kick at ground level. Too high goes Leongatha's way.
There's a 50.
And a 50-metre penalty, costly.
Gowers with a swinging arm on that occasion too. Just copped Jackson Harry, so dangerous one there.
So Ted Mulry, the umpire, gave the free kick.
I was thinking of a name. Ted Mulry's good.
So Leongatha go forward now. Geez, there was a corridor that presented itself, and on the bounce it was Garnan that took the mark, fed it off, and nice kick forward by Hilberg. Can't find the target. In fact, it's been marked by Tyler Pratt, who'll change direction, keep possession, and Van Dyke looks left, looks right. He's got a couple of options to his left and thinks about it, but maybe took a second too long, and that door closed, but the Trent Baldy door opened. Defensive 50's been called to play on. Gives ground, keeps possession for the Lions. So a bit of a contest at the moment. Maslin, free kick behind play.
Or was it another 50?
Another 50-metre penalty.
Talon Brill, was it, on the man on the mark?
What was going to be a 50-50 contest will put Maslin inboard. Now he goes, nicely done to Danaher. Another touch for him. And now
keep the switch going.
Yeah, they do. They've got some room to move. They'll do it through Brock Smith. So grandstand wing, looks along the corridor. Kick needs to be nice. It's going to fall in the arms of. I thought it was going to be Willis. It wasn't. It was Maskell. So Maskell from defensive 50 doesn't normally waste a ball, and this one's ever so easy.
Yeah, the switch out to Talon Brill. He's at his defensive 50. He's going to come back inboard and find McGannon. And he's right in the centre square. He's going to square it out wide now, and he can find Travis Nash in front of Blackshaw. Quickly plays on, gets it towards Heppel. Heppel will roll. He wants it over the top to Olden. He goes short in the end. Olden's second effort's always pretty good. This time he just paddles it in front. Tommy Long came in. Although great work by Heppel. Inboard handball. No, umpire said. Free kick to Moe. You can hear the support from the Lions, who have travelled across the hill in big numbers.
So the umpires are letting any play get away with any little niggle as well. They're trying to get control. Don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing at the moment.
Tommy's long inboard kick might come off in the end. Baldy's handball missed Belfer. Belfer has to go and get it, give it back to Riley Baldy. He twists, he turns, he goes back onto the right. Little scrubby little kick to Belfer again. His up and under kick doesn't find the target. Sim comes out to meet it hard. They go to ground, and the umpire will ball it up. 17 minutes gone into the first quarter for Virtue Homes. Sees the Lions lead at 2 straight 12. Leongatha 1 straight 6.
So the umpire out of side of the ground, where the ball spent most of the early part of this first quarter. 17 minutes gone, mind you. Still a goal the difference.
Free kick.
Both sides have been pretty good at various stages. Free kick goes Moe's way. It'll go the way of Benny Danaher again. Short kick, nice, finds Baldy. That's Riley. And just short of right half forward flank for Moe. With that 6-point lead, we'll be looking to build on that. as we sort of head towards the back half of this first quarter. Inside forward 50. Can he find? Nice. 1-2 touches. And it was a nice take by Dylan Brooks, like what I've seen of him early.
Oh, Gow was one of the hands.
I tell you what, he nearly got it. But Dylan Brooks is providing a nice target, a secondary target to Prowse. And not only that, his defensive work's been pretty good as well. So Dylan Brooks, number 17, will kick from 45 on an angle worse than 45. And off the boot, it goes right. How far right? Too far right. Out of play in the full.
So we've normally seen played a defensive role, Brooks, in the past. Now he's finds himself matched up against Cade Maskill. Probably a ploy there by Murray. Just to nullify Maskill's influence on the game as well.
Nick Luceno's here this afternoon thanks to Carpet Country, helping dreams become a reality since 1981. Leongatha hold on to the footy. Jackson Harry tries the outlet kick, nicely done. This time it's to Steve Forrester. Half-back flank for the Parrots. They trail by 6. 18 and a half minutes gone in the first quarter for Virtue Homes. Goes backwards to Forrester. To Westaway. They want this switch happen really quickly. Westaway's kick just missed Jackson Harry. He's got all the time in the world, though. No one's really going to come and give him some frontal pressure. I don't know why you need a bounce when you're standing still. But anyway, he does that. Harry then clears it out to Maskell, and well worked out. He's got some wiggle room to move. Gets it to Ganane. Can't complete the mark, but caused a good contest. Burns his handball. Well done by Tyson Biffin. Gives it into Riley Baldy. Handballs over the top now to Benny Danaher. Over the back now towards Sim. He's just going to take a clean one, and he can't do so. And Forrester, that's in the wide area of Steve, will cause the stoppage.
Oh.
Interesting boxer. We've got some news at ground level.
Yeah, it was done for holding the ball then too. It was just a very quick whistle there by the umpire.
Well, Moe going to go forward. There's an injury concern. We'll get to that in a moment. Blazer has it. Goes across to Brock Smith. Too far out to score for the Lions. They present. Gowers will be the target, and beautiful hit.
Lovely.
Finds him on the lead. It takes the mark in front of his eyes. Nothing a defender could do about that one. Billy Gowers takes it. We'll have a shot on goal. What'd you see, Poppy, with the Jack Ganane coming off?
Yeah, it looks like a right angle. Yeah, that contest, he hit the contest hard. You heard the collision, and unfortunately he was the meat in the sandwich, and the Parrot went down, hurt, and that is a big out, even if it's only for a short period of time.
So Billy Gowers, the Lions do lead at the moment by 6. He's got a shot on goal. We'll have to kick it probably about 45 metres out. He's on a reasonable angle to the far side of the ground, kicking towards the Inverloch end of the ground. Right foot kick, thumping kick on its way. It's across the face. And on the Virtue Home scoreboard, it's a minor score.
Taking Murray to 2-1-13, a 7-point lead over Leongatha, 1 goal straight 6, and that was the first score in the match for 14 minutes.
So Maskell comes from full back, takes the bounce, considers the long option, goes short, finds Cameron Stone. He's looking for Big Benny Willis in the corridor, sees him, might go over the top. No, nicely cut off. Willis provides a really strong contest, as you'd expect him to at ground level. The big man does all the hard work no matter what level, and he keeps that ball in play.
I've got some around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland in the Mid-Gippsland Football League. It is the qualifying final. It's Fish Creek 3-5-23. They lead Newborough 1-3-9, I should say second semi-final.
All right, so nice break for Fish Creek, nice break for Moe. They go forward, and a good take. And hit hard was Cade Maskell. The umpire says fair and square.
Yeah, he might have added a little bit of mayo to it just to try and actually milk a bit more distance. But
still down, though.
He would normally get up.
Sometimes, you know, it's called embarrassment because you obviously got called out for not doing it. No, I'm not saying that at all. So it might have helped. No, Mackie's too close to me.
What a drive-by.
Yeah, he just said it, and then he just said, no, I'm not saying it.
I can't. He's sitting too close to me.
Mind you,
Leongatha supporters up here now.
Maskell actually is just getting up now.
Oh, look.
And will take his free kick.
So there's a couple of
he might have got a poke in the eye.
Yeah, a couple of Leongatha players have been hurt. Glenane off, Maskell slow to get up, Moe in front.
And Ganane's off as well.
Yeah, Ganane, exactly. Goes towards the grandstand side. Free kick will go Leongatha's way.
Leongatha supporters like it.
They do. A nice healthy group of Parrot supporters go inboard to Stone.
I can't look at that umpire in the face anymore. Have a look at his hair.
Free kick behind play is going to go Leongatha's way again. So now, after letting play go, all of a sudden Jesse Burns has got one behind the play, and right half forward flank will send the Parrots forward. And he wants to give another one away. There it goes. He was waiting.
50.
Ted Murray was waiting and waiting.
Unreal.
And waiting and giving a 50-metre penalty.
I don't understand If the free kick was a free kick there, do we believe the free kick was there? Do we believe the 50 was there?
No, it wasn't 50.
No,
it was a free kick
behind play.
Trent Baldy down the field on Noah Gown.
And was that there?
I didn't see that. That was too far down the field.
How does he see that?
Well,
he's out there.
he was watching it.
Hang on, was he the umpire?
He was
watching the free kick.
I saw him watching it, and as soon as he saw it, he said, jump in my car, and went straight to full forward.
That's his role to do, to look at that boxer.
He's
not having an influence. That's what he's there to do. Disagreement in the commentary box.
You know what the order of the day is, don't you?
So Jesse Burns ends up with a free kick. It'll be a down the field free kick as Burns comes in, right foot, and hits the upright. And the Moe supporters now get up and about. We've got Leongatha on the left.
What's it called when people are trying to get all the attention? Is it stage boxing? What do they call it when you're on a box there?
On a soapbox?
I don't know.
And the Virtue Home scoreboard sees a goal of difference at the 23-minute mark. 2-1-13 Moe, 1-1-7 Leongatha.
Okay, Chris Prowse takes the mark after the kick comes from full-back. After that miss, pretty straightforward miss too it was, unfortunately, for young Jesse Burns. Prowse. Chris goes in front of our commentary position. Free kick. Gee, there's plenty of them. The players need to sort of concentrate here, knowing what the tempo of this game is.
15th free kick for the quarter. 8-7 Moe's way.
All right.
15 free kicks.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know.
They go short.
Not
Jordan
15.
Seppi, it wasn't, but they miss well. So Jordan Seppi now. I mean, we could reach out and almost touch him. Right in front of us, kicks along the line towards left half forward flank. And a nice mark is being taken.
This is the height thing now.
Yeah, it is. Being taken by Nick Prowse.
Chris
Prowse kicks towards Nick Prowse. He jumped way too early, taken under the ball. Looked to be a mark behind the play, but the umpire says, my ball. Was that touched, was it? Jackson Harry, who took the ball, couldn't take the mark. 20 metres from Moe's goals, 45-degree angle. Nick Prowse provides the tap. Nice work at ground level. It's going to play out of bounce on the full from the Leongatha defenders' kick to clear. And now take two. Jordan Seppi will have an opportunity.
Quickly plays on. Left foot kick. Top of the square. Big pack will form. Sim in the front and square. Tried to handle to a teammate. Couldn't do so. Leongatha with all the numbers. Stone gave it to Harry, who gave it to Marriott. Now to Burns, who left it behind. And swooping on it was Van Dyke. Kicks to an open forward line, where all on his own on the far side is Gowers. He just needs the ball to sit for him. It took a long time forward to do that. Steps around the tackler in Forrester. Flying shot at goal. Has missed. It was a Zambrero goal contender if it had gone through, but he kept it on the near side, and it's a minor score.
The Virtue Home scoreboard has Moe 2-2-14 leading Leongatha 1-1-7. 25 and a half minutes played first quarter.
He lost Jackson Harry. Like, he just got away from him enough and gave him enough space then too. That could have been a real great goal for Moe.
All right, Mascal brings the ball back into play and comes grandstand side again. Good fly from the front, but from the back, I thought the mark was taken by Maslin. Playing was the call. He goes short, nicely done, finds Blazer. From 55 at Blazer, wanting to press forward quickly. Does that, kicks to space. Can he find a teammate here? He can! Dropping what he should have taken, Gals, and now Leongatha can clear the area. One sec, free kick, play on advantage. So there's been plenty of free kicks. That's free kick number 16 as Forrester clears the area, but only as far as Pratt, who's going to send the Lions forward. Can they find a winner? They can't. And a good mark. Jackson Harry will take that, play on quickly, change direction.
Yeah, Talonbrell's got a little bit of space in defensive 50. Runs outside now, goes to the wing. Jesse Burns, got to get there. Does it sit for him? And it doesn't stay in. Yes, only just. The umpire's called it out of bounds. And it was exactly that. 26 minutes gone, 7-point margin. First quarter, qualifying final. Moe and Leongatha. It's a 7-point margin in favour of the Lions. Ball back into the field of play. Prowse in the front spot. Taps it down, looking for a midfielder to pick a swoop on it. Marriott kicked it off the ground, though, for the Parrots. Brock Smith comes the other way, gives it to Trent Baldy. Handled over the top now to Sim. He gets around one tackler, gives it back to Blazer. Can he get free on the outside? Seppi, they got numbers. Now it sits for him. Maslin's the one. Gives it to the run of Sim. Handle over the top now to Belfer. He's got to stop, prop, bend over and pick it up. Nash comes in. The Lions keep pushing it forward, just through the weight of numbers, and Sim has a bounce. Right foot kick. It goes to the target, and Westaway will take the mark for the Parrots and relieve the pressure.
That was a real street fight by Moe to try to get some runners outside. The pressure was relentless from Leongatha in the end. The kick forward wasn't what it should have been from Simmers. Now Forrester at centre half back with that left leg goes to left half back flank to Hilberg. Along the line, here we go now. Stoner reckons the player. That little ponytail off the top and nicely done by Garnham. Inside forward 50, got the set and got the mark. No. 1-2 touches. Kelty takes it up, cleans up nicely, tries to find a teammate.
Good tackle.
Umpire says great tackle, but not rewarded. The tackle came from Bowman and
it was the right decision as well too. It was didn't have much opportunity either, and it was a really good tackle.
30 metres from Leongatha's goals. Prowse got the tap, nicely stolen. Free
Alden,
kick, taken high, right on the siren. It's going to go the way of Cameron Alden. And from 30 metres out, in the slightest of angles, this could bring the Leongatha side back to within a point. And it's been very, very close for most of the day.
We haven't had a goal since the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Of course, now we've got a shot at the 28-minute mark for Cam Alden. Slightish angle, only 35 metres out from goal to reduce the margin, to get it back to 1. And Cam Alden, after the siren at quarter time, does not miss. And all the Leongatha Parrots run to him. And the final score at quarter time, Paul says.
Leongatha 2-1-13, trailing Moe by 1 point, 2-14, all on the Virtue Home scoreboard.
Entertaining first quarter of football in the qualifying final. We're going to get to a quick break. It's quarter time. It's a 1 point margin in favour of the Lions. You're listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM, and it's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
probably 10 or 15 deep from both huddles as well, so evenly matched there, and there's a good crowd actually behind the fence as well. So
hey, Boss, I want to ask you, what would you say as a coach, Box, like for both sides there? Because the game probably is, the scoreboard reflects the evenness of the game.
I think both backlines have been on top.
Exceptional.
And they've been fantastic. So it's more about that ball inside 50 and bringing that ball into a better option than what they have.
Because we talked about
times with Gowers, but they haven't scored.
We talked about, boys, didn't we, the importance of the forwards at both ends. And yet it's been the secondary and third level players that have stood up and got opportunities.
And we also spoke about the pace you can move it through the middle to get it inside forward 50. That's been sort of just a little bit off, hasn't it? Just a little bit slow from both sides, has caused a few little issues as they go forward. They're going to get some scores around the grounds and around the courts as well in a moment from Nick Lucchino. Of course, this second quarter is about to get underway, all thanks to the Moe Racing Club. Don't forget, Moe Cup Days on Friday the 20th of October. Big Benny Willis will do the ruck duties up against Moe's Morrow, and Willis taps it down. Heppel at ground level. Danaher tried to extract it out of there, and he did just that. Baldy with a handball underground to Danaher direction. Coming off the wing was Maslin, quickly wrapped up in a Marriott tackle. Baldy doesn't like it. It was a fair tackle in the end. We've got a stoppage inside the first 30 seconds of play. And the umpire said it's going to be a ball up. Maslin tried to claim the free kick.
He thought the sling tackle. He wanted the sling tackle.
So again, we'll do it with Morrow and Willis. This time, Morrow tapped it down. Danaher had his wing tackled, but good enough to get a handball away to Baldy. That was Trent Variety. Kicks it out to the wing where Riley is. Handball's out the back now. Maslin has to pick it up cleanly. Does so. Right foot kick. Half forward. Brooks is the target. Maskill will defend. And he does just that, as he always does. A great defender of the competition. Will find a boundary throw in.
So both sides still going with their same matchups from the first quarter. Scud Bowman with Kilty. Brooks has gone to Maskill as well. So nothing's really changed up yet.
All right, the battle of the bends. Morrow v Willis, and Morrow front position got the tap, butted up and got the ball, but Marriott didn't want to let that one go. The umpire will eventually convince both to let go of the agate, and that right half forward flank will give it to the two bends again. Willis got the tap, nicely done. Good tackle, ground level, I thought. Well, geez. Tell you what, some 50-50 balls not going Moe's way, and the tackle on Trent Baldy will go the way of Noah Gowan, who's been pretty good, goes towards half-forward flank. Punch from behind, Kelty keeps the ball in his area, butters up. Can he get a possession? He can't. And unfortunately, that's dropping the ball. He had one wing held onto, and the free kick will go Leongatha's way.
Is there anyone actually in Leongatha today? I think they're all here.
Yeah, they are. And that's the way it should be come finals time. Garnham, left half-forward flank, kick short. Yeah, nice. Finds a teammate there in Hopkins, dances around to the right, kicks to within 30 metres. They've got the set. They take the mark.
This guy's a handful.
And it's Olden who's kicked 2 from 2. He'll have the opportunity to get his third, and Leongatha's third, if you don't mind, Boxer.
He's a renowned goal kicker. We know that. He's spent a fair bit of time down in Melbourne playing in the VFL as well. So heaps of experience. And just worked his player underneath the ball then too, and read it perfectly. The kick was perfect as well by Hopkins.
So Olden will walk this one in directly in front from 35 metres. He'll kick. As we say, he's got 2 already. He's the only goal scorer for Leongatha. Guess what? Beautiful 3 from 3. That's a hat trick. And the Parrots are on their way, hitting the front.
It's a beautiful kick. That was just absolutely perfect. He just nailed that very well. Good movement there by Leongatha as well. And they just that quick movement we spoke about at quarter time has paid dividends now. When you get that ball in quick to your really good forwards, you get the rewards.
And on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard, that is the first lead for Leongatha in the match. They are 3-1-19 at the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. Murray 2-2-14.
So Willis Morrow again. Umpire gets us back underway. This time Morrow taps it down. Off the wing was Hopkins. Gave a handball backwards to Forrester. Kick around the body towards half forward. Hilberg was the target. Couldn't complete the mark. Burns was there with Pratt. Burns has got a little bit of pace, but he goes to ground. Baldy comes in. Riley squeezes a handball out to Blazer, who left it behind. Marriott tapped it back in towards half forward flank area, but it was all Moe. And Blazer quickly gave it to a teammate, Biffin, and he was wrapped up Boxer, get around the ground scores thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
I do half-time in the East Gippsland Grand Final play down at City Oval in Bairnsdale. It's Wyong 3-4-22. They lead Boysdale 2-5-17.
We've got some netball scores for us as well. The Leongatha go inside forward 50, but Declan Kelty grabbed it, spun out of the tackle, gave it to Danaher. He coughed it up though. Hopkins was there. Got a little bit of company now from the Lions. Now it goes to ground level. We'll have a stoppage. Boxer, continue.
Yep, in the B grade score, it was Leongatha 49. They went down to Druin 61. And progressive scores in the A grade game, it's Morwell 29. They lead Leongatha 23.
Keep you up to date with those. Morrow from this stoppage clears it out towards the wing area. Jacob Wood had a bit of company. Forrester came the other direction and wrapped up from the tackle of Sim. And a ball up. True centre wing, far side of the ground to the Wonthaggi Rec Reserve. It's a 5-point margin in favour of the Parrots. Here's Rob Popplestone on TRFM.
Big Benny Willis gets the tap, the backhander, found a teammate, and all of a sudden the Parrots go forward through Heppel, threatens the forward 50, nicely cut off there by the Moe defence and brought to ground with Scott Van Dyke, who's been pretty steady. He's been pretty steady today, as he has been for the season 2023. You heard the score if you just tuned in. Moe 2-2, shot away to a lead, only a short one for most of the first quarter. A goal after the siren put Leongatha just a point behind as Van Dyke clears the area again, but only as far as Cade Maskell.
How good's he been?
He's been excellent, I must say, and goes short and finds Noah Gowan, who hasn't been too bad himself.
Been a good move in the middle, hasn't it?
Yeah, like him. So, Gowan.
There is an injury concern, though, Poppy, with Jack Ganane. So how long do they hold the natural forward in the middle of the ground?
Yeah, going to be interesting. It's one of the options that's been cut out, and late in the day they can cost you. But I tell you what, Taylor Brill dances around 50, and that is a contender without doubt, without question, 100% as Zambrero goal of the day.
Yeah, good call then, Poppy, as well. And I think as a little bit of heat back inside the forward 50 of Leongatha, players remonstrate for really actually no reason. That was a great goal. A lot of this game's played between your ears as well, Poppy.
You're right. Doesn't matter if it's pig's ear or human ear.
It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's not crackling. Over to you, PC.
Murray Racing Club scoreboard sees Leongatha now out to an 11-point lead at the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. 4-1-25 the Parrots, the Moe 2-2-14.
Oh, big moments, all thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club. New convention reception centre now open. You can book at the morwellbowls.com.au. Leongatha got 2 goals in a row. Oof. And now Blazer camps on the footy in the middle of the ground. The umpire stopped and propped and for a moment I thought was holding the ball. Secondary stoppage. Out to an 11-point margin, as you just heard from Paul Carter. Willis taps it down. Danaher was there again, starting to work busy in the middle. Left foot kick goes to half forward. Westaway was there for the Parrots, wrapped up from a Prowse tackle. Nick Variety, and now we have a ball up top of the 50 as Moe look to go forward.
Yes, we're looking for a North Gippy score as well. So if any of our listeners out there that has a progressive score for us between Woodside and Hayfield, can you send it through to one of us? Thank you.
Willis grabbed it out of the ruck. Quick kick out to some open space. Hilberg will be the first one to get out there. Van Dyke will close and does very well from the position from behind. He's forward. And in the end, we'll get another stoppage. Van Dyke's been fantastic for the Lions across halfback all year.
He has discarded as well. I just think Leongatha have really upped their tempo in regards to the pressure at the man, and they're really forcing the error.
So Leongatha 4-1-25, Moe 2-2-14. We've played 7.25 minutes of this second quarter. Ball on the outer side of the ground. Baldy grabbed the Parrot without the ball, and the free kick looks like Marriott's way, goes inboard. Nicely done. Oh, nicely weighted kick, but Tawa Sim came in to cause some confusion and maybe cause a contest. That's what he's done. Now we're in trouble. Good kick.
Oh, he got boot to ball.
Well, he got boot to ball. The umpire...
I'll tell you now, this umpire's already paid at least 7 free kicks this quarter. At least.
He was on the blind side as well then. That was just a decision he made up.
Yeah, exactly right. So they got that one wrong, and will it prove to be costly? It won't. The free kick now, inside forward 50, coming in for Moe though, and causing a contest was, I reckon, amongst others, Chris Prowse.
Box up. Jack and Aim back on the ground. Good to see.
That's
great.
Strapped
up on the right hamstring, which was interesting.
Oh, still looks proppy, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. So inside 50, I guess they want to know whether he's any good or not, so give it a go. And he's going to go straight to full forward, and that will cause some concern, fully fit or not. Ball inside forward 50, up and under, nicely done. Taken out of the contest,
Gannon.
Quick kick, top of the square.
Oh, that man.
And Cameron Alden, he's kicked free. Leongatha have kicked 4. He's got the chance to kick his 4th and extend that lead from 11 to 17.
Unbelievable. That's good forwards, what they do.
Absolutely, Scud.
Cam Alden can't miss from here. Point of the square, you can hear already they cheer. They were cheering the guys coming off, the Parrot supporters, but Cam Olden's put it through, Box.
This is what we spoke about pre-game as well, is that the smart heads and experienced head of Leongatha, they've been around for a long time in regards to finals.
Yep.
But we haven't seen it for a little while as well, so I'm not sure if they're overawed by the occasion, but I'll tell you right now, Leongatha are putting them to the sword at the minute.
And it's a 17-point lead in Leongatha's favour at the 9-minute mark of this second quarter. The Murray Racing Club scoreboard has the Gatha on 5-1-31, leading Murray 2-2-14, inside 50 to 6-0 this quarter.
All right, so Leongatha have dragged Murray into deep water here, and it's a bit of unknown territory for them. Finals time and down by 3 goals midway through the second quarter. Let's see how strong they are, because at the moment they're caught in a bit of a rip as the ball to be thrown back up. This time it's going to be Prowse up against Willis.
Oh.
Willis read it beautifully, handballed nicely. Marriott will get it, kicking more in hope than anything else, but Kelty reads it nicely. He's ever so cool under pressure, but this time he loses a handle on it. It becomes a 50-50 contest. Jensen Garnham was in there. Holding the ball will go against Garnham, I think it was, and the free kick will go the way of Moe.
Mulqueen is the one.
Thank you, Scud. Deep in defence. Mulqueen will go towards the outer side of the ground. The kick, well, gee, she was like a bullet, but it fell short. And now it's going to go the way of Leongatha, who's kicked forward more in hope than anything else. Fan, guess what? Cameron Stone, or was it Jensen Garnham, who got the kick to him. So Jensen Garnham's kick found. Jensen Garnham's on the end of it now. Cameron Stone was the player that got it forward. For those who think I'm confused, it's because my sign language from my offsider here isn't what it should be. Garnham now from 45 and the tight angle. Behind play, a free kick may have been played.
Guess who?
It has what? Guess what?
And I was just watching the contest as well. Olden did suck him in, but the matchup with Pratt and Olden, I don't know what's going on in the Moe bench at the minute, but they should be making the move as well. Because Pratt's given Olden that much space, considering that he's already kicked 4 goals. He'd play a lot tighter.
Has he always been on him, though? I think they've made the change.
I don't know. To me, it looks like Pratt's been
There
there the last
is
couple
no
of
need
times.
to give away. There is no excuse giving away a free kick.
This is for 5.
And for 5 inside the first half, Cameron Olden goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He got it sort of right, though. Good try there, Poppy, as well. Really worrying signs for Moe here at the minute, and there's a lot of dejection out there as well. I just don't want the umpires to influence it too much. Is the free kick there? Well, we'll never know because there's no video replay, but he's paid it. Well, we have. But we just wanted to rewind it at half time, but we'll talk to him in a minute. But some really scary signs, Paul.
4 goals in the first 11 minutes of the second quarter. Takes Leongatha out to a 23-point lead on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. Leongatha 6-1-37, Murray 2-2-14.
And they go again. The Parrots through Marriott, top of the 50 it goes. Maslin was there. Where's the response from the Lions? We need to see it now before half time. Maslin's kick was an up and under. Landed at the toes of Sim and he pushes it out of bounds. Boundary throw in.
I bet you all goals have come from turnover this quarter as well, and Paul will actually find out for that in a minute.
Exactly right, Box.
Oh, you two working in tandem. All thanks to Carpet Country this afternoon. Boxer, well done. Ball comes back into the field of play. Prowse will do the ruck duty. Tries to get it moving forward. Baldy couldn't run onto this one. Jacob Wood's been put into the middle and instantly gets a handball to Blazer. Advantage was paid. Over the top it goes. Handball back to Blazer. He's going to get run down. Just got boot the ball. Then it's going to come off. Prowse takes the mark. It's Nick. Right on the top of the 50. Gowers presents. Goes in that direction. It's on his head. Has to stop and prop and wait. And Harry lets it go over. Nash will see the boundary line. And the Leongatha defence stand tall again.
The kick was set up then too for Jackson Harry as well. Just had too much weight in it and air in it, and gave him time to run into it.
23-point margin. Inside Moe Lions, forward 50 on a rare occasion in this second quarter for the Moe Racing Club. Ball goes to ground. Blazer at pace, left foot, step on, goal! James Blazer with a Zambrero goal at a contender, and the old fella's wound back the clock.
He definitely has, Scud, and it was a perfect response then too by the, what do we call him, the never-aging... Evergreen. Stalwart there from the Moe Footy Club, and if they ever needed someone to say bang, this is the guy that's going to lead you through the trenches, so a good little response then from Moe.
And that goal for Moe has come at the 13-minute mark of the second quarter, bringing the lead for Leongatha back to 17 points. The Parrots 6-1-37, Moe 3-2-20, all on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
All right, so Prowse will do the ruck work, and that's big Chrissy Prowse, which will be wanting to get hands on the ball, and does, but only marginally. Blazer came in to lend a hand, couldn't get the ball. Marriott ground level, fighting hard, as is his offside of Gowan. Nice tackle by Baldy, means that man and ball will go nowhere. The umpire will take control.
Leongatha have gone with Hilberg into the ruck now too to give Benny Willis a bit of a chop out.
Yeah, that could be something that might hurt them deep in the day. Just having enough big men to contest against 3 or 4 different options for Moe. There's a bit of heat in this contest. Haven't called Wood's name much at all today, and he's the sort of player that would relish these conditions.
Good to see him back in the middle now. He spent a lot of time forward, Pop.
He has, so not a lot of opportunity there.
Yep.
Look, he's just dying to get himself involved. He tripped over a couple of ankles and hit the dirt. But don't worry, he won't do that too many times.
Well, I think it's a good move. If he hasn't had much of the ball, just get him inside where the ball is.
Yep. Ball up again. Prowse, front position, big thump forward, 15 metres, cut off nicely by Forrester, fed it off equally as nicely, but Baldy holds them in.
Drop kick,
he's going to be dropping the ball.
And that's a good call.
Yeah, it was a drop kick that came away, but Trent Baldy took the tackle. He's going to play on quickly. He's got an option, leading at the ball, one hand up, not normally good enough, and that wasn't on that occasion. Jacob Balfour was in there fighting hard. The umpire will again take control.
Unlucky Gowers. He got pushed under the ball. Jackson Harry just had that forearm up against his back. Unlucky not to get the free kick then.
So 30 metres from Moe's goals. They've kicked the last. They need to put a couple together to stop the momentum that Leongatha have got. Prowse, nice tap, Blazer.
Yeah,
geez, holding the ball. Tough decision. Tough decision. Blazer took ball. He was taken immediately, and holding the ball was the decision. Nevertheless, the Parrots now with a couple of options, one of which is Hilberg. He goes short again. They're going to thread their way through Forrester. He has another short option from right half back flank. That is Steve Forrester. He goes inboard. That's working their way through Josh Hopkins. Going to go laterally, grandstand side to Heppel. Wasn't a great kick, but Heppel's got plenty of time. Stops, props, and the kick wasn't as good as it needed to be. And all of a sudden, what should have been a surge forward has turned into a 50-50 ball centre of the ground. Nicely done. You're in trouble. Holding the ball, no play on's the call. And fighting hard to keep it in the area was Mull Queen. They're going to get not too many more chances as Baldy feeds off. And I tell you what, Blazer says, stuff this. I'm kicking it inside forward 50. Good tackle by Prowse. He's going to play holding the man. If anything, it may have been a push in the back. Definitely wasn't holding the man. But
I'm not going to say they're over-officiating right now, these umpires.
No, but say it in a second because you'll still be right. Hey, as Josh Hopkins takes the ball at centre half back.
Stop doing it.
Hopkins goes lateral out to Forrester. That's Sam variety.
Jeebus creepers.
Margins at 17 points in favour of Leongatha. Out wide, Jackson Harries ran off Billy Gowers. He's on the wing. He drives it towards Olden, who, mind you, has kicked 5 goals of this Leongatha side. He's too far out to score on this occasion, though. He waits for a forward to present. Marriott was one of those. Kicks over his head. Let's see what Garnham can do. 3 deep, can't mark. In the front spot, nicely done, was Scotty Van Dyke from the Lions.
So Van Dyke now with the Leongatha goals, just 20 metres behind him, goes to his right. And still in defensive 50. Leongatha have pressed up the ground, 17 of 18 players in their half, and that perceived pressure has paid off with Maskell, who usually kicks in from full back, kicks into forward 50 and finds the target being Jensen Garnham.
Well, the Moe players got caught flat-footed then. Once the ball was miscued, we didn't see much movement from the Moe side either, so it really set it up for Jensen to mark this now.
And Boxer, the only one was really Tommy Long. But he was the one that caused the errant kick, so he had to make up for it in some way, and he didn't quite get there.
We know how quick he is too, Long, as well. He just got there, but just Jensen had enough on it to claim the mark.
There's a bit of room behind the man on the mark as Jensen Garnham comes in. Tucky's very best kick. He's got a kick from 50 on almost a 45-degree angle. Off the boot, looks neat though. I tell you what, bing, bang, boom. Leongatha extend the lead.
And this is where it happens now too. You know, if you're going to turn the ball over, the good sides are going to make you hurt inside. And this is what Leongatha are doing right now to Moe. Right now. So they need to really take control. 1-on-1 now too for Moe, especially through that midfield too. The midfield's right on top now for Leongatha.
Lead back out to 23 points in Leongatha's favour. Murray Racing Club scoreboard at the 18-minute mark of the second quarter has the Parrots at 7-1-43, leading Murray 3-2-20.
Well, it's been a big quarter from the Parrots in this second one to get it out, as we just heard, 23 points. Just about to hit the red time. Willis in the middle again. Got the tap down. Danaher tried to work hard. Quickly wrapped up, though. And we'll do it again. Of course, Zambrero goal today contenders so far. Blazers had a good one in this quarter. Talon-Brill was another one. Craving a burst of flavour. Look no further. The new toasted burrito at Zambrero. Head over the football was Gown. He's going to win the free kick. Right.
What are the free kicks at the moment, Paul?
It's 8-3 Leongatha's way this quarter.
So Noah Gown wants to...
9 apiece the first quarter.
Gown wants to slow this one down, as he's right in the middle of this Wonthaggi Rec Reserve. Right foot kick goes high, top of the 50. They're going to sit underneath it. Garnham had a handheld play onto the umpire. Mulqueen has to fight hard. Does well. Tries to get a handball out towards Riley Baldy. Partially smothered in the end, and Baldy had to become the tackler. And we're going to ball up half forward flank now. 20 minutes have gone. And it's out to a 23. They've kicked 5 goals to 1 in the quarter, have the Parrots. Cam Alden's kicked 3 of those. He's got 5 for the match. Danaher from the stoppage gave it across to Biffin. And they've called that a free kick to Moe. And we'll go back towards Ben Danaher.
All right, so Benny Danaher, who's been one of the better players for Moe, their side trailing by close enough to 4 goals. The margin 23 points. He goes short. And they really need to find the goals at some stage. Tyler Biffin's way too far, obviously, from half-back flank, but he'll go inboard. Does it nicely. Trent Baldy goes a give ground. They're just trying to spread Leongatha, who have pressed up nicely.
Didn't work hard enough, did they?
No, and that short kick's going to be dangerous as well. Taken out nicely. Burns, his front position, gives off, equalises nicely to Bowman, to Glenane. Now from Gowan to goal. Oh, that's beautiful. Put your hands together for a piece of play finished off by Noah Gowan that proves the difference between this Leongatha side and Moe as we start to approach half-time.
So how many goals is that now for Leongatha this quarter?
It's 6 goals straight.
6 goals from turnovers. So Moe really need to make sure they have a look and see what they're doing right now, because they're putting the ball straight in Moe.
They just need to be more patient.
Correct. So there it is now. So well on top, Leongatha.
And they are on top by 29 points on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. Leongatha 8-1-49, Moe 3-2-20.
Just in that passage of play, the switch was right. They needed to continue the switch, but they just didn't work hard in the middle.
So Kilty's going forward too, Scud.
And Bowman's going to follow in with him as well. Gown again wins it from the middle. Goes to half forward. Burns at the back. Can't complete the mark. Grand level second effort. Got a handball away. Picked off though. And it's called a throw. It will go Moe's way.
I'm not sure about the move though either. They've got to win the ball from the midfield to get it inside 50 first. So this is where the challenge is going to be for Moe.
Well, they haven't made the change though. It's just been an extra one go forward, I think, Boxer.
Well, it has as well.
Which is interesting, because Leongatha just matched it. Bowman's going wherever Declan Kilty goes. Meanwhile, the ball's at half back and they get it towards centre half forward. Prowse will be the target. 1, 2, 3 bites. Couldn't complete it. They slap the ball forward. Here's Bowman. He gets a handball, forward one to Steve Forrester. Outlet towards Brill. Over the top to Marriott by hands. Now Leongatha run through the middle. Hilberg has it. They want to move it quickly. This will test out the hamstring of Ganane. It's a one-on-one. Can't complete the mark. Maslin did well. Quickly grabs it. Goes towards the boundary. No one there. Umpire says...
Throw it in.
Throw it in.
He might have been kicking it to that four-wheel drive in the... With the tailgate open to maybe knock it off. Yeah, the Isuzu's right there.
2.5 minutes gone. Second quarter. Moe Racing Club quarter. It's a 29-point margin in favour of the Parrots, though.
And the Parrots are 60 metres from home here, kicking to the left of Radio. Willis gets the tap. Nicely done. Goal. Kick smothered by
free kick
Sim,
again.
and he gets a free kick, Sim, who smothered and then butted up and got a push in the back.
You know what's ridiculous about that deliberate kick? The umpires paid a lot worse than that all afternoon, and it was the most blatant one they didn't pay.
So Sim now comes in front of our commentary position, centre wing, grandstand side, nicely done, 1-2. I tell you what, he wanted the mark. I'm not sure that he took it, but he was confident, Prowse, and he thinks he wants 50 as well. When he conned the umpire once, he couldn't get away with it twice. Goes inboard to Danaher. On that left leg, he's been called to play on. That's a bit more, showing a bit more presence of mind to lower the eyes and find Biffin, who goes to the forward pocket. Hard to kick goals from there, and Leongatha are just bathing in that and comes back to Danaher, who's clearly got this ball on a string for him, but
they've got to do this a lot better,
Yeah.
going inside their 50. That's much better.
Inboard to
It
Van
was-
Dijk.
Needed a perfect kick, but that's what he got. So Van Dijk now, centre half foot, goes short.
Gee, it's crowded.
And they just need to goal. They need to goal. And Biffin to Blazer.
And I'll tell you why it's crowded is because Leongatha's midfield is prepared to work two ways. So they've gone inside to help their defenders as well. Marriott's there, Gown's there. They're all there clogging holes.
Don't forget, Moe actually have got an extra. They've got 7 forwards.
Yep.
And Leongatha just matched them.
He might test the leg here.
Yep, so
The Evergreen and Blazer.
will kick from 45, and he's going to have to turn back the years from here. Off the boot, he hit it nicely. Has he hit it accurately?
Has he what?
Yes, sir, indeed. The Moe stay alive.
That's a great finish then too by Blazer, and a much better build-up by Moe. That's his second goal for the quarter. So he's the one that's really put his hand up for the Lions at the minute. But it was just the way they used it. Danaher into Van Dijk into... and found his mark too, because Leongatha really clogged it up.
And that's a 23-point lead to Leongatha on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. We're at the 24-minute mark of the second quarter. Leongatha 8-1-49, leading Moe 4-2-26. It's 8 goals straight kicked this quarter, boys. 6 to Leongatha and 2 to Moe.
Well, Declan Kilty still stays forward. Now they've got a loose man, Leongatha, down there. It's in the way of Maskill. This time they win out the middle. He's going to get the receiving handle off the back. He can do what he likes. He delivers it towards Noah Gown.
Van Dijk's the one that's loose for Moe at the moment.
Yeah, it's a good one there. Gown will go short. He's got Forrester. Maskill will run on. He should get this by hand. He does. He can play on, and the left footer will thump it inside forward 50 into the pocket. The target was Jensen Garnham. And Mulqueen got a hand on it. We've got a boundary throw in.
I don't understand. If Brooks has got the job on Maskell, why he's just got to play a lot more tighter and nullify his influence on the game, because otherwise they've got to find a player that can.
Well, Maskell's a loose one now. So
Yeah, I understand, but Maskell's had a lot of influence on the game so far.
So Chris Prowse did the work against Noah Gowan, who's having a chance in the ruck. First player at ground level, Benny Danaher, feeds it off nicely, and Moe out of trouble just for a moment. Can big Nick Prowse contest? He can, but he can't take the ball at ground level. Sammy Forrester gives it to the big man in Ben Willis. He gets it back in trouble. Quick
Good
hands.
hands.
His good hands. Left foot kick. Goes towards the boundary line, and mark was taken. Play on's the call, and if it's play on or not, it has to be out of play. Touched
it
off
is.
the boot, play on, comes back, it'll be a ball up.
well done.
It was
Good
touched
call,
off
Poppy.
the boot.
Yep. Good call.
I'm not sure how your agent and I saw that, Poppy.
He was spot on, Poppy. He was absolutely spot on with the call. The players and supporters don't know what's going on, but Rob Popplestone's the only one here that
Popplestone.
knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Popplestone.
Popplestone.
You're starting to sound like me there, Scott.
26 and a half minutes have passed in the second quarter. It's all thanks to the Moe Racing Club. Don't forget Moe Cup Days on Friday the 20th of October. And we've got a game on our hand, qualifying final here at the moment, 23 points of the margin. Blazer's been good in the second quarter. Goes to open space. It's a foot race now. Hopkins has got a bit of toe.
Can't
He's going to
get
be the
20 metres from the ball.
first one to get there. You can do today. Gives a handball off to Maskell it is. Goes inside left foot to Talon Brill, and he can mark in front of Brock Smith.
He is killing Brooks at the moment, Maskell.
Brill will look up and go inside. It's going to be the point of the square. Oh, got him in the end, will fly. Push in the back.
How can it... look,
He used the player in front
with
to
his
levitate
knees. With his knees.
hands. And Mulqueen gets a kick to Riley Baldy, who wants to play on. And he comes to the near side looking for the brother in Trent. Good body work. Gets over the back. Trent gets shoved in the back. Umpire seals in the side. And we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of the Leongatha faithful. They'll be impressed with this second quarter where they get it out to a 23-point margin after trailing by a point at quarter time.
Maybe Moe got to throw Gowers into the middle. Do something different. Throw it up a little bit. Make your presence felt.
Big fist forward by Prowse. Forrester was there. Slung around in the tackle from Trent Baldy. Umpire says my ball.
Yeah, they've done that with Gown. So Leongatha have done that with their marquee player. Maybe Moe have got to do the same, especially if Kilty's going to play forward.
Danaher from the stoppage with strength. Gets it out to Riley Baldy. Scalsum Candy gets around one. High kick. Inside forward 50 it goes. Prowse will be there. Westaway spoils it front. Hopkins left it behind for Westaway to clean it up. Try to get a handball to Forrester. Now he goes to ground. He doesn't want to drag it in. Little John's there to help as well. And Belfer, who nearly look identical, those two, will have a stoppage.
Moe get a goal before half time. It's a nice little mini fight back, given that Leongatha are in control. Willis grabs the ball out of the ruck contest, gains 40 metres, needs some courage. Few players run hard at the ball. The Moe end up with it. The kick forward's poor. I tell you what, a few Moe players dropped their head when it didn't, and Ben Denner, who ended up with the ball, was one of those. Dances around one, good, kicks inside forward 50. They need a winner here. Can they find it? They can. No, they can't. The attempt was a good one, but unfortunately Dylan Brooks couldn't quite reel it in. And 45 metres from Moe's goals on a 45-degree angle, there'll be a ball up. Moe 4 goals 2, Leongatha 8 goals 1. We've played 29 minutes of this second quarter. Willis contests the ruck, kick forward by Biffin. Might find the boundary. No, it won't. Good tackle. Keeps it in the area. Blazer holds it in and then claims a free kick or appeals for such. And the umpire says no. Right alongside the right point post, Moe into attack.
Beautiful Saturday afternoon down in South Gippsland here at Wonthaggi Rec Reserve. Can they get something from the stoppage? Riley Baldy had a little fumble in the end, trying to shrug the tackle. He got through one. He won't get through the second. And he'll be pinged for holding the ball. Little John or Stone, they could raffle it. In the end, Stone will get the free kick. You're listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM. Thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. The siren sounds. It was a big half for the Parrots. They kick 6 goals to Moe's 2. Blazers get the 2 for the Lions, but they get the margin, more importantly, out to the 23 points at half-time of this big qualifying final clash. It's Leongatha 8-1-49, leading Moe 4-2-26. Half-time, we've got some scores for you coming up from around the grounds. We've got a half-time wrap after the break, and it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. underway. Gentlemen, for the two that picked Moe, Paul and Poppy, 17 points, 23 points.
No, you've got to go with Leongatha here.
Okay.
If this lead is extended in any way, shape or form, I think the game's over for Moe. But if Moe can win this quarter, then the game is alive.
I'll tell you, Leongatha in last quarters this year are 16-1-1.
There you go.
So both benches have only got 3 guys, team.
Jensen going to come off a little bit earlier, Boxer. While you were watching the races, Garnham come off a little bit early with a hamstring. So he's got that strapped, but he's going to start this third quarter on the bench. And Moe also had their extra one there. Jack Ganane, sorry.
Ganane, you mean, not Garnham.
Yeah, Jack Ganane, sorry, yes.
That's okay.
So, third quarter, really important one for this Moe Lions side if they need to get a bit of a fight back. And big moments in this third quarter will all be important, and it's all thanks to the Moe Racing Club.
So Kilty's gone back, Scud. He's definitely starting the quarter down back this time.
So 6-6.
And the softest of breezes just starting. The softest of breezes just starting to pick up.
Coming off the coast, it's freezing up here. It's absolutely freezing up here.
It's beautiful.
I'm going to ring Matt Cummings. This is fresh.
It is a wonderful Saturday afternoon. Umpires just holding things for a moment, just building the suspense as the third quarter is about to get underway. It's a big one for the Lions if they are to get back into this game. They trail by 23 points. The ruck duties will lie with Prowse and Big Benny Willis. And the third quarter for McDonald's is underway in the qualifying final. Prowse taps it down, Blazer at pace, tried to get a handball away, couldn't do so. And we'll have a secondary stoppage in the middle of the ground. All important qualifying final.
One thing that was quite noticeable before the start of this quarter was the Moe side was locked in arms just before the bounce as well. It was very interesting.
Marriott somehow got a handball out to McGannon, gave it quickly to Willis, who quickly gave it to Gowan. Left foot kick, didn't quite get a lot of purchase on a Kilty, had a good sit on that one. Bowman still running with him, but Kilty was up to the task and took the mark. The outlet kick was a nice one to find Danaher. He goes short towards Trent Baldy, just had to be a little bit strong, and he was. Rolls around, the kick was smothered by Heppel. Hard at it goes Riley Baldy. Gives it back to his brother in Trent. Well done. And the right foot kick down the line. In the front spot, Jackson Harry. Good work by Gowers. Handball over the shoulder to Wood. Into Blackshaw. Good little chain of handballs. Gowers goes bang. Left foot kick. Out the back it goes. Nick Prowse will run onto this one. Taps it to himself and runs into an open goal. And inside the first minute of play, it's what the Lions wanted.
I tell you, that is the goal to beat for the Zambreros goal of the day too then, Scud. The big fella, he read the play beautifully. He got Westaway on the hop. What he did very well is he tapped it to his advantage over another player's head. That's how tall he is. And managed to run onto it and kick a fantastic goal and a great start to Moe.
Exactly right. 1 minute into the third quarter, and it's a 17-point lead to Leongatha, who are on 8-1-49. Moe now 5-2-32.
And as good as the finish was by Prowse, the effort by the Baldy brothers here and a 50-50 ball to find a way through traffic and then set up that forward play was absolutely sensational.
It certainly was. Can they get another one? Prowse taps it down. Out the back, Danaher did well to Riley Baldy. Here they go again, the Lions. Centre half forward, come off Belfast shin. Back to the big ruckman in Chris Prowse. And again, he'll get wrapped up. Well, he's sort of threatened again out of that centre clearance. We'll do it again. Prowse and Willis. Prowse in the front spot. Willis sort of picked it off, then dribbled it towards centre half forward. Out the back, going to ground. Pratt. Was it crunched in the end. Quick Van Dyke kicked to centre half forward. Kelty's there. Gets the handball. Declan Kelty, right foot kick off the side of the boot. It's going to travel. And Prowse will compete at least, and we'll get a boundary throw in.
It's one of those things we didn't speak about at half time, Scud, is that Moe's second halves have been fantastic so far as well. It looks like Biffin coming off, is it?
Tyler Pratt.
Oh, Pratt, sorry, it is Pratt. Looks like he's done an ankle or shin or calf or leg. He's done something.
His shoulder's wrecked.
Yeah, definitely part of the body that's hurting. Yeah. As the ball's thrown back in, Moe into attack. They've got the first major, back-to-back, could put some pressure on the side that leads at the moment.
Ooh.
Taken high, play on. The call, nicely done. Good tackle again, play on. They work their way through beautifully, do Leongatha, and all of a sudden the perceived pressure causes a turnover. Free kick's been paid.
Yep.
It's going to go Moe's way.
The non-officiating umpire again,
yes.
Mulleray.
So Jacob Belfer goes short, nice kick. And finds a teammate, and that teammate being Trent Baldy. And plays on quickly. Trent Baldy now. Oh, the kick is an absolute shocker towards the right forward pocket. And I reckon
free
kick's gone Moe's way again.
Unbelievable. That was a good contest. That wasn't a free kick on that one.
So Prowse, who kicked one just a moment ago, has got the chance to make it 2 inside the first 4 minutes of this third quarter. And all of a sudden, if he could, they're inside 2 goals. After Leongatha's 6-goal effort straight in the second quarter put some space between the two. Prowse, will he check side? Will he punt kick? The boundary just a metre to his right. Looks as though he's going to
drop punt.
Go for the drop punt. Needs to be perfect. Off the boot. Doesn't look too bad, no. Offline, 1 point. Every point counts, Paul Carter.
It's a 16-point lead to Leongatha at 4 minutes into the third quarter. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, Leongatha 8-1-49. Murray now up to 5-3-33. First behind since the first quarter.
There we go, Boxer. Interesting, you called the non-officiating umpire. That was a perfect one because the other umpire was blindsided and the throw was on the other side, so that was perfectly done.
Okay, then that's just you keep supporting who you need to support, and I'll just call it as I see it.
So kicking in out of full-back duties is Cade Mastical, who's been one of the top performers for Traralgon Subaru for the Parrots. Comes to the near side. Hilberg or Gown, take your pick, will be the target. Gets out the back, there's Turton. Gives a handball to Willis, into Heppel. Goes to centre-half forward. Alden's there. Back with the fly.
And a high hit too.
Has taken out Mole Queen.
That's reportable, to be honest. It might not have been intentional, in fairness, but he lifted the arm. And it was a courageous mark.
Blazer just asked the question. He just raised the elbow. He went back with a flight. The umpire doesn't look like he's said anything about being a reporter at this stage. He went with the flight. I didn't sort of see if Alden went to either spoil and that's when the arm come up or take the mark.
Or is he
took the mark?
No, he took the mark, but Alden did lift the arm.
And did he go to spoil? Was that bringing it up to mark? Or?
I thought he took the...
Okay.
I'll just go and see our old mate over here. And
have a look at the replay. Can you have a look at it? I wonder if you can. No, he can't do it in live time.
You don't want to do the guy in, but at the very least, it was sloppy.
Well, there's no 50 metre being paid.
No, the umpires didn't say
it. So,
yeah.
Although Mole Queen will come off.
Oh, he's bleeding. Is that a bit of claret?
Under the guidance of the trainer. So we'll wait for... Doesn't look like there's any blood there, Boxer. He's just been moved.
It might be the
they're not going to wait either, as Van Dijk will go to half forward. Now Danaher takes the mark. They've started well the Lions in this third quarter. Danaher wants to play on quickly. Gave it to Seppi. The left foot kick into the dangerous spot. Prowse is there over the head. Gee, Mascal's been good.
Yes, steady. Mascal down the corridor. Can he find a teammate? How cool is that to find Gowan? Now Gowan will turn right and kick towards the grandstand side. If it makes its way out the back, it's all Moe. Oh, Morrow dropped what he should have taken. Now he's under pressure. He's been robbed of the ball that saved him giving away free kick for holding the ball, and the umpire will take control. Round about right half forward, just short of. Leongatha kicking to the right of your radio and leading by some 16 points. We've played 6.5 minutes of the third quarter. Willis gets a tap, only goes as far as Danaher. Another possession for him, up and under. Good mark taken, if not free kick. Free kick, chopped arms will go Travis Nash's way. The ball goes back to him, and a 50 for giving the ball back to the wrong person.
Just quickly on an update why the 50 happens. The grand final up in East Gippsland. It's an 8-point margin at the moment to Wyong. That's 19 minutes gone in the final quarter.
Gee, that's a big 50 too. Wow.
Holy moly.
That's a big 50, and that could be a...
I don't think he was actually looking from where the free kick was paid.
Luke Mulqueen going into the room for assessment. Travis Nash has the shot on goal directly in front. They lit it by 16. Nash, the defender, has put it through the middle. The umpire went a long, long way from the middle of the goals, but it doesn't matter because the ball went through the middle.
Geez, we've had a few 50s today, haven't we, Poppy? And,
yes.
You know, these are the ones that could really make or break sides. And albeit that was the 50 was there, it's just, you know, just those little brain fades that can actually cost you.
And it takes Leongatha to 9 goals, 155 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. A lead of 22 points over Moe, who are 5-3-33.
Yeah, it goes to the middle scud, as you know, I called before half time. I think it's a good move by Moe. He's just been starved of opportunities down forward.
That's why you'd make a good coach, Boxer.
Yeah, one day. Willis up against Prowse. I reckon Willis got the tap. Can he find a teammate? He cannot. Last player up and doing nicely was Gowers over the top to Wood. He hasn't been as busy as he normally is, but gets a valuable possession. Boldy taken late down the ground. Oh, no. Play on's the call. Inside forward 50.
I can tell you why that wasn't paid, because
the umpire was looking at the fight.
The fight happened in the middle of the ground.
Well, there you go.
I'm allowed to yell out. He has to pull his head in.
No, you're not. There's some advisors just a little bit further up to the right, so keep it closed.
I'll advise him.
Morrow gets a tap around the body to Wood. Nice set play. Top of the square. They need a winner here. Front of the pack, holding it in nicely. Sim takes play of ball to ground. And the umpire will take control or behind.
Can I just say what the error was then too? Ben Danaher gave the handball off to Baldy, but the left footer was on the right spot there to kick the ball inside 50 or longer, because Ben Danaher is a beautiful kick of the ball.
That player now gets rid of Willis. Kick forward. Kelty's going to be the second player there.
Well done,
waiting for a contest, but nicely done by Aaron Turton. Handball over the top. Kelty applies some pressure to keep the ball just in the arc of 50. Moe into attack, so it's just outside their 50. They trail 5-3 of Moe. Leongatha are 9 goals won. 9.5 minutes gone, third quarter.
Huge crowd at Wonthaggi Rec Reserve for this big clash between two titans of the competition. Quick barrel from Heppel goes to the wing. Big fly from Garnham, couldn't complete the mark. Burns, nicely done. Little tap to himself. Swoops on it. Brock Smith closed. Got a ball to boot though. As he was under pressure, it went out of bounds on the full. And Blackshaw will take the free kick, will come inboard. He found Biffin, goes in towards Sim. The Lions have been okay this quarter, but it's still 1 goal apiece. They need to get a little bit of reward as Jacob Wood on centre wing comes back inboard to Danaher. Left foot kick lowered the eyes and found Seppi.
He's got the leg for this, Scud.
Yep, he has.
He has got the leg for this.
Gowers rolls around the back. He wants the hands, not going to give it. Seppi from 50, doesn't look confident. Left foot kick goes to the pocket. Baldy's there, gets
what a
there.
kick. What a kick.
Nice left foot kick to Trent Baldy in front of Talon Brill.
Perfectly weighted from 45 metres away.
Got an updated score in the mid-Gippy while he's making position there to have a shot at goal. Newborough 9-5-59. They lead Fish Creek 6-13-49.
22-point margin in favour of Leongatha here, but Moe have had the best part of 10 minutes. Their best part is on its way from Trent Baldy. And that's how you get reward for effort. Trent Baldy nails one from 35.
Yeah, they're just starting to peg away then too, and it's led beautifully by Ben Danaher at the moment as well. And as Poppy said, it was a beautiful kick inside by Seppi as well weighted, and the finish was just as good.
And the margin back to 16 points in Leongatha's favour on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Leongatha 9-1-55, Moe now 6-3-39.
So game on, no question.
Yeah, going to say the same thing.
Yeah, 100%. Moe get the next goal, all of a sudden they're up and about. I can tell you right now, with 30 minutes to play after another 20 in this quarter, or thereabouts, 16 points. As close as they've been for quite a while. After Leongatha's sensational second quarter, a kick forward by Gowan, who's been good inside forward 50. Moe stand up to the pressure. A quick kick. Having to wait for it was Danaher, and then, in fact, it wasn't Danaher, it was Gowers who waited, and they're going to get a second chance at it here. Baldy, Trent goes to the safety of the boundary. Good decision in the end. Around about right half forward flank. It's going to be a boundary throw in. Leongatha into attack. And leading by 16 points.
This next 10 minutes will tell us a lot, won't it?
100%. Crowd starting to get into the game as the pressure starts to build. Willis got front position. Marriott's going to be on the end of it. He's under pressure. Allows his teammate to come in. Nicely done it was by Turton. Good smother by Baldy. Falls in the arms of Morrow and he kicks towards half forward flank. Nicely done. It's the boundary that wins out here. It's gone from half back to half forward flank for Murray, and there'll be a boundary throw in.
So Kilty's still prepared to play himself forward then too, Scud. Really trying to stretch Bowman and get him away out of his comfort zone there as well.
Which makes it 7 forwards. Yeah. That's what they're doing. Is the back line he's just gone down. They've got 7 forwards, and Bowman just runs with him everywhere he goes. Boundary throw in. Willis put it down. Back there. Good move. This one is Gowers into the middle. Gets the clearance. Handball to no one in particular, though. Back there is Forrester. He's been tackled by Seppi. Umpire said you had too long. Holding the ball. Jordan Seppi has it. 58 metres out from goal. He wants to go quickly. Gives it across to Gowers. Left foot kick. Thumper to the point of the square. The tools will be Kelty and Prowse. Kelty nearly over the back. Front and square was Sim. Out the back. Riley Baldy. Snap around the body. Misses. Minor score on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard in this third quarter.
Now a 15-point margin in Leongatha's favour. They are 9-1-55. Moe now up to 6-4-40.
They're bringing effort. Moe brought bringing effort now in this third quarter.
Big fly from Kelty then. couple of moments ago.
Maskell brings the ball back into play, chooses to come grandstand side where there's a healthy representation from the Leongatha faithful. Baldy, ground level to Wood, needs to get rid of it quickly, hangs on to it, kicks nicely, under pressure, found a way to get rid of the ball, but Maskell comes in. Good pressure from Sim.
Good kick.
Maskell, good composure under that pressure to find a teammate in Talon Brill from defensive 50. Just slows the game on. And goes towards the corridor. This kick needs to be good. And, geez, I tell you what, it was dangerous, but it spills out the back. And now Leongatha go for. They hope that Heppel can win a one-on-one contest. Guess what? He does just that. Gets rid of an opponent and then threads one through. But only goes as far as Blackshaw, who quickly plays onto the outer side of the ground.
Old Queen's back on the ground as well, boys. Sim has it now on the outer half-back flank. Gets called to play on by the umpire. So he does try to step around. Tellenbrell just got his handball away. Maslin was there to help out. Handball over the top to Brooks. He can hit the target there in Baldy, but can't quite get it in the end. Sport there was from the big ruckman in Willis. And a couple of Lions jump on top of it to cause the stoppage at 14 and 3/4 minutes into the third quarter. They've reduced the margin, the Lions. It's back to 15. They'd want another one. Morrow, Stone grabs it, instantly tackled, somehow gets a handball out. Kick was smothered, Marriott might run onto this one. Inboard handball to Hopkins is good. Right foot kick to half forward, open space. Olden can't mark, second effort's going to be great. He'll swoop on it, get the high tackle from Trent Baldy. And you win your own footy and the luck follows you. He'll handball off to Hopkins, and from 40 metres out, Joshy Hopkins says, "I'll miss."
Wow.
Minor score, Paul Carter.
Leongatha now 9-2-56 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. They lead by 16 points. Moe 6-4-40.
We have our second premiers now in the Gippsland football. Wyong 6-11-47. They defeated Boysdale Brianglock 5-9-39.
Yeah, nice final to finish off. Boss, General Manager Peter Johnson will be pretty happy with that result. Former Wyong president and a bit of a star as Trent Baldy. In fact, Trent Baldy, also a star from half back, goes towards the wing. Beaten in the air, I thought, but anyway, nice kick forward it was by Billy Gowers towards half-forward flank. Blazer comes in, taps it nicely. Baldy, Riley thinks he's in trouble. Behind play, Blazer. He can see two coming and he's happy to take on two.
Kelty!
More importantly, a kick for goal by Kelty's offline. I got caught up in the fight. Scud was focusing on the ball as good players do, and it was a minor score in the end.
6-5-41 Moe, 9-2-56 Leongatha.
McDonald's scoreboard this afternoon. Win a free McCafe coffee for a year on the My Macca's app. Visit mcdonalds.com.au for full details. Maskell rolls in, gains 15 metres, then kicks it outside his defensive 50. Garnham was out the back, couldn't quite take the mark, but a strong tackle on Biffin, and Marriott will get pushed over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. 16 and 3/4 minutes gone. It is certainly game on. As you'd expect, it's been a great game of football. Just repeating on the A-grade netball, the Tigers are through to a second semi-final. They defeated Leongatha by 8 goals. Tanya Budge was the Gippsland Live player of the day there. It gets to the top of the 50. Balfour puts on a strong tackle. We'll have a ball up.
It was a great tap then by Morrow too. Just pushed the ball forward, just to give him heaps more yardage. And, it was a nice little play then.
I like that tactic. Just to change it up. There he goes again. Starting to win the 50-50 balls, and I get a chance. Oh, taken high. Planes are called. No, taken high. Only just Wood plays on quickly.
Oh, come back.
The umpire says come back, little Weller.
You are on fire today with your eyesight. The carrots really are working.
Yeah, they are.
I told you there's better use for them.
Might have been that eggplant in the snitch.
It was too. Biffin now, top of the square. Can they find a winner? Prowse won. Couldn't get the second. It'll be a ball up, just 20 metres and 45-degree angle from Moe's goals. Moe,
inside
6 goals, 5. Leongatha, 9 goals, 2.
Sorry there, Pop. Inside 50s, Paul.
This quarter, 9-5 Moe's way.
Can they get one from the stoppage? Tap inboard from Prowse. When the runners were going in the outside, Kelty tried to drop the shoulder. And he'd love to be in Declan Kelty's position at the moment. He's just got free rein anywhere. He can run wherever he wants. If he wants to go forward, he can go there. Go midfield, he can go there.
Do whatever he wants.
Yep, he's got a tagger all afternoon. Leongatha have done their homework. Seppi from the stoppage gets it to the hot spot. Back there, Westaway
Good
can't
pressure,
complete the
Sim.
mark. Sim was good. Out the back it comes towards Balfour. Squeezed a handball to Blazer. One hand up. Hard up on the boundary line. Hopkins tight. He runs out of real estate in the end. before he kicked it, so we'll have a boundary throw in.
It's a great play then by Sim. It was 2-1 and just made enough to create that contest and keep the ball inside 50. Now they've got this stoppage now, Moe.
Inside 50s for the quarter, Paul, for Trogan Mazda.
It's 9-5 Moe's way.
All right, they're inside 50 now for Moe, and ball thrown in. Nicely done. Prowse taps forward. Quick kick. Maskell going to fall in the arms. Yes.
Oh, the second one.
It was tight.
Slam on the ground.
Burns, who grabbed the ball, goes short. Nicely done to Cameron Stone. Halfback. Most players contributing in some way throughout the course of the day to Joshy Hopkins. Out of side of the ground. Around the wing area. Beautiful kick to Marriott. Plays on quickly. Handball over the top. Finds Stone again. Good smother. And now Moe can ease the pressure. Or can they? Because they go inside forward 50 to Leongatha. Leongatha doesn't look his normal self at the moment. It looks like he's carrying that injury, but they're running out of options up forward. Ball at ground level. It's hard work in there for all players. Outside 50 now. And Moe find the boundary. It's probably one of the better options.
I think we've seen at least a good half a dozen great smothers this afternoon as well. So both sides prepared to bring the pressure. And it's those little 1% you spoke about before that can actually win you the game.
Getting a little bit fresh in the shade it is down here in Wonthaggi, but the players are in bright sunshine this afternoon. Tapped out the back, kick around the body there from Marriott, top of the square it goes. Here's Cam Alden, he's got 5 on the boundary line. He twists, left foot kick, top of the square, beautifully done. Team football from Cam Alden. He's got 5 goals, but on this occasion he sets up Aaron Heppel from about 15 metres out. He'll have to kick it probably 20.
He's no slouch in front of goals as well, Scud.
Averaging about a goal a game throughout season 2023, and Heppel says, I'll take another one and get my first of the afternoon just to steady the ship.
Just watching Ganane, he was just making his way over for a rotation and got sent back. I think he hurt himself more having to prop and stop. But great call then, Scud. Cam Alden, just the elite player that he is, was good enough to hit Heppel up, and good finish there too as well.
And Leongatha the lead back out to 21 points. We've played 20 minutes of the third quarter. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has Leongatha at 10-2-62, leading Moe 6-5-41.
Should move back inside.
Interesting with Ganane, it's probably just stay out there, do what you can. And we'll keep a match-up going so we can keep our rotations high. This time, Riley Bordy from the stoppage. Handballs over the top to Tyson Biffin. Got some space in front of him. Point of the square. Inside 50 it goes. Gowers at his toes held. Against Billy Gowers, that is.
Wow. Maybe the peroxide's really starting to sink through the scalp.
Harry, with a free kick, gets it out to Sam Forrester in his defensive 50.
Here we go. Leongatha responding to the pressure that's been applied. And there's plenty of it out there for both sides, but the margin is 21 points. As now they'll go forward again. Good strong mark. Back of the pack with Dylan Brooks. He goes inboard. Finds Brock Smith. Gives it off now. A good opportunity for Benny Danaher. Top of the square. They need a winner here. Kelty had 1-2 grabs. Now Prowse at ground level. Needs to get hold of the ball. Can't. It's a long way down there for the big man, but he holds it in. Quick kick.
He did
it's going to fall in the hands of Maskell again, I'd suspect. Last line of defence, he's been steady all day. He's been steady all year. He's been steady for years. As Maskell goes short.
Finds Westaway. As he chips over the top Westaway, he's got Aaron Hilberg, who's worked a long way from home. They just want to hold on to the footy now. Did well to Hopkins. 22 minutes have gone. It's back out to 21 points. So all the effort that the Lions have put in. The mark was paid out there, and then the umpire said yes, it was. So for all the effort, it was 23 points at halftime. It's only 21 now, so haven't had that reward. They've matched at 2 goals each. And you'd say that Moe's had more of the play, more of the opportunity. And again, still Leongatha hold onto it through Alden to centre half forward with neat kicks. Precision kicking from the Parrots as Brill will chip it over the top to Noah Gown. And now he can take the mark and says, just hold things up. I'm going to have a shot. He's got Marriott on. He'll go to him. Marriott's got to be strong and does. And Marriott takes the mark.
Hit the nail on the head then too, Scud. Precision kicking. And the way they brought the ball in, it was very, very workmanlike. Very well drilled. They just broke every line beautifully with their kicking.
Tom Marriott will take his time. Just ticked over 23 minutes. Third quarter for McDonald's. Marriott, usually a pretty good kick in field play. Goal kicking. Well, it's usually pretty good. This time, though, it's going to go from left to right and swing back through the middle. And Tom Marriott extends it from 23 at half-time. It's out to 27.
Yeah, well finished then by Marriott. He did say, and he hasn't been renowned to be a set-shot kicker in the past, but he left us wondering then. No doubt about it, though, when he left the boot, he knew it was going straight through.
Did a real Tom Hawkins swing on that, left to right, wasn't he? 27-point lead to Leongatha. We're at the 24-minute mark of the third quarter. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has the Parrots at 11-2, 68, leading Murray 6-5, 41.
Are you selling shares, Poppy, or something?
Just my niece is using my Apple ID and it's driving me insane. It's about the 10th time in 3 weeks. It's driving me crazy. But anyway, that's all right.
Back to the middle they go. Danaher fights at ground level hard, and we'll have another stoppage. Into 25 minutes now, Box. They need something, don't they, in this final minutes of the quarter?
I know what I need. This cold weather is not helping the bladder.
Well, we'll get to three-quarter time. Noah Gown from the stoppage, just far too easy. Gives it back to Heppel, kicks to the top of the 50. Hilberg the target. Loose man back there is Van Dyke. Inboard handball to Brooks, left it behind. Now Brill will swoop on it, give it over to the Garnham. He'll give a handball to Hilberg, and Hilberg will miss. Running in, 30 metres out, missed to the near side. Minor score, though.
11-3, 69. It's a 28-point lead now to Leongatha, 6-5, 41. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, 25-minute mark.
All right, so Murray bring the ball back into play. They'll come grandstand side. They'll do it through Maslin. They've got all the time in the world to find Scotty Van Dyke. Just outside of defensive 50. Inboard, risky kick, but perfectly placed.
They've got to go if they go inboard.
They've got to go, don't they? Maslin with the ball. He's edged to his right and called to play on. He finds Brooks, who feeds it off, and off they go now. To the lines towards the outer side. They find Baldy, Trent type, who looks up forward and then kicks long towards Prowse. Prowse, can he get rid of his opponent? He can't. Good contest. Call that one evens, and the umpire take control. Right half forward flank. Moe 6-5. Leongatha 11-3. 25 3/4 minutes gone, third quarter. The game Leongatha's to lose. They get to fight another day. Leongatha looking at playing Wonthaggi next week and righting some wrongs of a few weeks ago. Moe looks like they may be playing the winner of tomorrow's game between Sale and Terrelgan, a game we'll be covering here. Van Dyke feeds it over the top. Now they go forward to
out the back.
The lines, out the back. Every opportunity, it's going to bounce beautifully too. And it does for Billy Gowers. And to say they needed that goal is the understatement of the afternoon.
And that was the difference too, and good call, Pop. It was just about the footwork by Moe. When they're prepared to actually just get the trigger happening quicker, they can get the ball moving really, really quickly as well, and that's what they just did for Gowers. It wasn't bottled up, and it was a great finish on his left foot.
And it's back to 22-point lead at Leongatha's favour, 11-3, 69 to Murray, 7-5, 47. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard at the 26-minute mark of the third quarter.
Well, we said that they need to edge closer, or at least I believe they needed to be closer, even a point closer. With 30 minutes to go, they can clear these 4 goals. It cannot be any wider than this. And we're deep into time on now. 27 minutes gone of the third quarter. Big Billy Willis there, Benny Willis, picks up the ball, but he's taken equally as quickly by Chrissy Prowse, and the umpire will again take control.
Just let you know, in West Gippsland as well, Nanagoon and Phillip Island, at Nanagoon, Inverloch and Phillip Island have gone into extra time down there as well. So we've had two games today in finals action across Gippsland going extra time. Obviously, Inverloch Combat, that is, taking on Phillip Island in the West Gippsland. So back here, we've got another stoppage. Prowse taps it forward. Can someone run under this from the lines? No, it's the Parrots through Hopkins. He goes to half forward. The Lions have got good structure here. Luke Mulqueen, after a heavy hit in the third quarter, is back on the ground. Gives a handball to Van Dyke. Inboard kick. Diving was Chris Prowse. Didn't quite complete it. Gave a handball back to Van Dyke. Biffin. Underground handball to Belfer. Swings around onto the left foot. Goes in towards Chris Prowse direction. Westaway caught one over the shoulder. Gave away the free kick, did Nick, and the free kick will go Sean Westaway's way, half back.
So Westaway goes inboard, finds Bowman. Bowman now takes a bent, try to draw a player, does that, over the top to Forrester, who kicks to the left half forward flank, one-on-one contest.
Maslin.
Yeah, they had the sit, nicely done by Maslin. Now they've got the runner, they've got the time, they've got the room, and Kelty gives to Baldy, Trent Baldy. Can he find a winner here? He can!
He'll play on
and
here.
Now Moe, from outside 50, through Gowers.
Gee whiz, he's waited and waited.
Watch the
He
play.
has.
No.
Kicks to the top of the square. They've got the sit. Prowse.
Oh,
1,
yes.
2, 3 grabs. He's paid the mark. I'm not sure that he did anything but let that ball fall in his arms.
Yes.
4 players flew for the ball in the back in front of him. He does his hand up in the air just about to scratch his ear, and the ball hit him right in the hand.
The luxury of having a long reach. Prowse as well too, and the ball carried enough there to him, and great work by himself as well.
This
to
is
keep
huge.
control. It's
This
huge.
is absolutely massive in the scheme of the game.
So Nick Prowse on a 45-degree angle will kick from 20 metres. His side trails by just 22 points. It can be back to 16. It is back to 16. Ooh, turn that radio up. We got 30 minutes of exciting footy ahead of us.
Yeah, well, who has to take a lot of credit here too? Maslin down back, just a couple of little great efforts then too. The intercept marks as well. He was that catalyst of the player that set everything up. Gets that ball out to Kilty, who's quick enough to move the ball on well. And that's the beauty of quick inside 50s.
2 goals in the last 3 minutes. To Murray brought the lead back in Leongatha's favour to 16 points on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Leongatha 11-3-69. Murray are now 8-5-53.
Well, here we go. Back to the middle they go. Can they get another one in the last moments of the third quarter? Fighting hard at ground level there is Heppel. Tried to squeeze a handle out the back there was Nash. Kicks around the body nicely done to Heppel. That is Hilberg. Rolls around, left foot from inside the square. They've got one over the back. It's Jensen Garner.
Heartbreaking.
Yep.
In the goal square, directly in front. What a reply this is going to be from the Parrots.
That's what Leongatha do. They break your hearts when you just think you've got yourself back into it.
And directly in front, over the net it goes, over the goal umpire's head. What a swift reply that was, Box.
Yeah, it was a great mark too by Hilberg as well. Again, set up by the midfield. Just a couple of little broken tackles in there by Moe that they probably should have stuck. And it worked out in the favour of Hilberg because he got that ball moving really quick and got Jensen Garner out the back, and it was a good little mark and finish.
And at the 30-minute mark of the third quarter on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, Leongatha now at 12-3-75, back to a 22-point lead over Moe, who are 8-5-53.
All right, so the game is at a stretch still open. But Moe cannot let Leongatha get any more in this third quarter. We've played 31 minutes. You'd think the siren's almost ready to be called. We've only had the one minor injury in this particular quarter. We've also seen 8 goals, though. As Moe want to go forward, they do go forward. Somehow Baldy gets the ball and kicks more in hope to the left half forward flank. The race is on. They need the bounce. They get the bounce. A handball over the top. Maybe too clever it was. It came from Gowers towards Woods. Gowers beaten to the ball. And now it comes down the line. Oh, dropping what he should have taken there as well. And it's out of play out of play. Much to delight, as you probably hear, as Scott Van Dyke's not happy. The ball was out of play. And Leongatha are pretty happy about that. Now the boundary umpire to throw this one back in, and he'll do it right in front of us. It'll be Morrow v Willis. Morrow took Willis out. Pushing the back will go Willis's way. And Willis is in no rush. But he kicks to the advantage of the running Maskell from the back line. He just needs a favourable bounce, and he gets it. The pressure from Baldy was good. The kick was nice. The lead was good. And Cameron Alden, who has 5 in the first half, has the chance to bring up a half dozen after the siren, as he did in the first quarter.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why doesn't Moe play a defensive role on Cade Maskell? Why do they not do it?
Well, Leongatha are doing it with Declan Kelty.
Wow,
So, here we go. Cameron Alden from outside 50.
Again.
He gets his half dozen, and every single Parrots player runs to the best player on the ground.
Exactly like having it quarter time. They've done it again at the end of the third. It sees a 28-point margin in the end. Moe were gallant, but they didn't reduce the margin. They actually lost momentum. It's now out to 28 points at the three-quarter time. 13 goals, 3-81 Leongatha, leading Moe 8-5-53. It's three-quarter time. We've got 1 to go in the qualifying final of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. It is Gippsland Live right here on TRFM. And it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
tall, and that kick was pretty good, but not as good as it needed to be. And now Blazer, his kick smothered, dives over his opponent to keep the ball in the air and does a good enough job in doing that. So it's Moe 8-6, sorry boys, and Leongatha 13-3.
How's that blanket going, Boxer?
I'm still cold, but it's good. It's better.
Coming very handy. Top of the 50 it is. Morrow gets a handball out to Baldy. Handballs forward again to Sim. Goes backwards now. Baldy just went to kick it along and then has lost the handle on it. And on the far side of the ground, we'll have a boundary throw, and it was actually Danaher in the end. So boundary throw in 3 minutes into the final quarter. 27 points. Moe need to get a bit of a wriggle on. Big stakes, of course. The winner will go and play Wonthaggi, who have been a keen observer here this afternoon. Just watching these two sides go at it. And Baldy from the stoppage got one over the shoulder. The umpire said play on advantage, although the kick didn't quite get to where it needed to go to. Leongatha diving in.
Gee, there's some hard hits in there from both sides. Well done.
That time it was Dylan Brooks that went hard at it. The umpire will ball it up.
Someone would have come off second best here. Scuttle's a big hit.
Noah Gown will be the last one up off the pack. So Big Ben Willis and Big Ben Morrow. This time Morrow taps it down to Brooks, gives a handball to Danaher, quickly wrapped up by Hopkins.
Oh,
and the umpire said holding the ball, he was quick on it. Hopkins outside 50, too far out to score. Hilberg leads to the pocket, darts back, goes again. Hopkins ignores both. Oldham presents, now he goes to the pocket, where Mason McGannon can take the mark in front of Van Dyke. Hard up on the boundary line, 45 metres out from goal. Takes his time. Hopkins is inboard. Didn't want it. Mason McGannon takes his time. Why wouldn't you? Your team lead by 27 points. This will be an almighty goal. This could just about be. And got to get to that dump button quicker, Boxer.
Yeah.
Mason McGannon from 45 on the boundary line, looking for a Zambrero goal of the day. Mason McGannon, he's taken home the toasted burrito, that's for sure. And the Parrots, it's going to make it hard from here.
They're the heartbreaking goals, Poppy.
Yep.
That was a beautiful goal in a real dead pocket as well.
Let's give it to him now.
Yeah, just throw it over the balcony. I'm sure we can pass it on to him as well. Great goal. I think that is starting to put an end to Moe's afternoon.
And it's a 33-point match-high lead to Leongatha at the 5-minute mark of the final quarter. They are 14-3-87 on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. Moe 8-6-54.
All right, the Battle of the Bands will continue. Morrow v Willis, and Willis gets the tap down. Comes back to, I thought, Marriott, but it's not. And the ball held in, and the umpire will take control. The player was Heppel with the ball. They're just solid all over the ground. I'm looking for some fragility somewhere, but they're not there. Willis gets rid of his opponent. Marriott comes through, stands up in the tackle, feeds it off, and they go forward. Leongatha again. Good mark under all sorts of pressure by Talon Brill. He wants to play on quickly to centre half forward, and he does just that. Nice mark to Heppel. Aaron goes short again. Beautifully done it was by Mason McGannon, who's, as you heard, the Zambrero goal of the day winner, unless something sensational happens in the next 20 minutes. Kicks to a one-on-one contest. Oh, I thought the one-hander play on was the call, and Moe out of trouble. Oh, they're going to get themselves back into trouble. Ball wasn't taken as it should have been, and now the umpire will take control. Centre half forward. Leongatha kicking to the left of Radio and leading 14-3-87. Moe 8-6-54. 6.5 minutes gone, final quarter.
Willis just grabs this out of the ruck, puts it back in. Ganane's there. Can't quite complete the mark. Big spoil by Van Dyke. Biffin at ground level, got through his toes. Have to work hard now to the Moe defence. And at ground level, Jensen Garnham wraps it up. We'll have a ball up 45 metres out box.
Yeah, they're resilient, aren't they, Leongatha? That's what they are. They're just resilient. You know, they've obviously been down on form over the last 5 or 6 weeks, but today they've really come and shone right through.
Tell you what, there would have been plenty of people around the Gippsland League riding this Leongatha side off, but you can't do that. They are a super outfit. And Moe got one last thrust in them. It comes in towards Wood, gives it inboard to Blazer. Kick inside, it's one-on-one inside forward 50. Gowers is there, swoops on it, twisting, turning, handball out wide. Trent Baldy, he's got one over the back, it's Kelty, and that is an absolutely, a centimetre off being a beautiful kick. Kelty couldn't get there. It's gone through for a minor score, Paul Carter.
32-point lead to Leongatha on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard at the 7.5 minute mark of the final quarter. 7:55 Moe, 14:387 Leongatha.
So Mascot will bring the ball back into play.
For those just tuning in, it isn't quite Joe Exotic out doing the umpiring.
It is.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's not a bad one. Yeah.
Very good, like it. Ball thumped forward. Baldy in there. Blazer fighting hard. Gets a chance. Kicks inside 50. It's all Leongatha. All too easy, Scud.
Cade Maskell, as he's done most of the afternoon.
I still don't get it. I don't get how no one wants to man him up.
Well, Maskell will keep it towards the near side. The target will be Big Ben Willis. Big fly from Mulqueen. Spoiled. Brooks took on a tackler, handled out the back now to Baldy. He took on one, just ran straight through the arm tackle. Trent gave it back to Riley, who left it behind. And now the Parrots have got some support. Turton was there to Littlejohn. Now to Gown. Nicely done. Sold a couple of little candy in the middle. Handballs to Heppel, to Stone. They've got one on the wing. It's Hopkins. Does it get to him, or Biffin closes with a good spoil? Jacob Wood taps it to himself, goes to ground, spins around with a handball back to Biffin. Right foot kick to open space. Gowan, that's Billy Gowers, will take this at attack. It couldn't get there in time. Forrester was the one. Slapped it back. Tyson Biffin goes back inside forward 50 to find Sim. And he'll have a shot on goal. 9 minutes gone. We need to see a little bit of urgency from the Lions side now at 32-point margin. Slightish angle. There's a crowd, just a little sense of just a wait and see. Have they got an effort left in them? As Harry Sim will come in on the far side of this rec reserve at Wonthaggi, kicking towards the city end of the ground. His team trails by 32 points. It's a must goal, and he puts it through. 9.5 minutes gone. This is where they need to get their run. Harry Sim gets his first of the afternoon.
Yeah, nice finish then too by Sim, and just a much-needed goal. Obviously, it's a bit of an understatement as well. Just watching off the play, there was a little bit of niggle between Olden and Trent Baldy as well. Fair bit being said behind the play. So what Mummy need now is that little bit of momentum building, just to gain some confidence moving forward.
Sorry, Box. That goal brings the margin in Leongatha's favour back to 26 points at the 9 minute mark of the final quarter on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. Leongatha 14-3-87, 9-7-61 as the Moe score.
So 16 scoring shots to just 17, but the margin 26 points. Accuracy the key. Ball in the centre. Marriott style pickpocket.
Down, well done.
Fed it out. Nicely done. Also Turton was good. Dance left, dance right. Moe get the next goal. There'll be a spring in the step. Leongatha get the next goal. I think that'll be all she wrote as Cameron Stone goes forward. Can they keep it in? They can't. Or maybe they can. They do. Oh. Can they make something out of nothing? Oh. They have. Oh. Across the face.
That was really the one.
Point. I tell you what, Cameron...
I'd have to get that voucher back.
Yeah, Mason McGannon was just about to hand it over to Jensen Garnham. And he's not going to do that now. 10 3/4 minutes gone, Paul Carter.
14-4-88 to 9-7-61, a 27-point lead to Leongatha.
Errant kick out of full back, puts the Moe defence under pressure. Van Dyke has to come and help. Give a handball to Maslin. Back to Van Dyke. They're okay for the moment. High kick to the wing. Prowse, big fly from Forrest at the back. That was Sam. They slap it forward. Blazer's got Wood.
Look at this. Go.
Wood's
carry it in.
You're not going to catch him. You're not going to catch him.
2 bounces.
You're not going to catch him.
3 bounces. And slams it home. From coast to coast, all of a sudden, we're back to 21.
Well, there you go, and that was a great goal then too. And there was a little bit of enthusiasm in the step then after the goal was kicked in by Jacob Wood. Is there enough to ignite the Moe side? I don't know, but we've still got plenty of game left in this one.
The margin now 21 points at the 11 minute mark of the final quarter. The Harvey Norman computer scoreboard has Leongatha at 14-4-88. Leading Moe, who are now 10-7-67.
If only know I'll be late for dinner. We're going to be here till about 7, I reckon.
Well, it is because we had a drawn match in the reserves that went extra time. In the end, it was Mafra prevailing over Traralgon in the reserves. So this game started a little bit late. It is certainly game on now. They need 3 goals in the row. They haven't had their run of goals in this game so far. This could be the moment, Pop.
It could be. Needs to be right now for Moe. The ball be held in. They'll get a second chance. You'd think Prowse might make more of this one than he did the last one.
Big moments thanks to the Mall Bowling Club.
Gets the chance. So I reckon went Leongatha's way. It was Hilberg in the ruck. He's doing a good job despite giving Probably 30 centimetres to his opponent.
It was all set up off halfback again. Scott Van Dyke was the one that was the key catalyst in that previous goal.
Marriott from this stoppage. Seppi took him down after he got rid of the footy. McGannon works hard at ground level and then gets wrapped up by Baldy.
Behind play, someone's on their haunches.
Danaher.
It's Danaher. He's been good, but
He might have got one in the throat.
We just put a strong tackle on Marriott a couple of moments ago.
He gets up limping.
yeah. You don't usually limp with a sore throat.
Marriott slaps it forward. Burns attacked it from half forward. Gave a handball to Heppel. Sweeping forward. Handball's nicely done to Turton. Handball over the top. Talon Brill. He goes with an underground kick at the toes of Turton. He gives it back to Brill by hands and he kicks in the goal square all on his own. And Cam Alden, he's kicked it to Inverloch. He's kicked 7 and that ball's gone.
Why? Why would you do a big battle? I know you got a point to prove, and it was a finals goal and all that rigmarole. But Cam,
We've had enough.
it's gone. I want to go home. Yeah, they've got to wait for the ball and everything like that. No, it was a good finish there, and right on to Brill, who had 3 chances to pass it off inside 50, and he finally got one.
13-minute mark of the final quarter, and on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard we have Leongatha leading by 27 points. They're 15-4, 94, leading Moe 10-7, 67.
Well, how does he get on his own after kicking 6? He was all on his own in the goal square. And that is just about all she wrote. 27 points. Back to the middle they go again. Prowse taps it forward. Good 15-metre punch. There's Sim, but he coughed it up. McGannon now in the middle of the ground. Aaron Hilberg's there. Slows it up. He's got a couple on. Decides to go direct. Straight down the middle. 1-on-1. Out the back. He's Alden again. Maslin does well this time. Handball's inboard though. Dangerously to Brooks. Maslin has to go and fight for it again. And Oldham becomes the tackler. And we'll have a stoppage inside 50. Maybe only 40 metres out from goal. 14 and a half minutes gone to the final quarter for Harvey Norman Computers.
Big chance here for Leongatha to put this game to bed. They're tucked in, but the light's still on. Half-back line, nicely done. Good take by Forrester. Goes short, and that punched away. Races on again. Hilberg leads the race, left leg, inside 40. Going early was Brooks, but back of the pack.
Danaher's prop, he cannot move on one leg, and he just landed in his lap.
It's happened all day. That sore throat's playing havoc as they go forward.
This guy's been awesome.
Cade Maskell, he has been.
Can't breathe. That's what it is.
They go inboard. Marriott will wait and takes a nice mark despite the pressure from Baldy that was starting to close in quickly. Marriott goes short. Nicely done. Finds Turton, who goes inside forward 50.
Here he is.
Taken beautifully again around the body.
Yeah.
No, I give up.
Yes.
I'm going home.
No, don't pop.
Pack her up.
Is that 8 goals?
He's kicked another one.
Is that 8?
7.
Is that 8?
That's 8.
It's 8 goals.
Is it?
As soon as Nick said 7, I knew it was 8. So 8 goals. So we've got the Zambrero locked up.
Yep.
Cameron Alden's going to be best on ground.
Yep.
So we're going to make up some time after this.
Yes.
Can we just interview him from here?
Yes.
Okay, Cam Alden has kicked his 8th goal, and it takes Leongatha to a 33-point lead, 16-4, 100 to 10-7, 67 on Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, and the league record is 9 by Dean McDonald, by the way, for this for qualifying finals.
Wow. We could be on something special here, Box.
We are.
Back to the middle they go. Can we get another one for Alden? As Marriott tries to win it, Danaher recovered from the sore throat, bad ankle. Couldn't get a handball away. 16 and a half minutes gone.
I did notice the trainer go out there with some packet of soothers.
Yeah,
Might have
did.
helped him out a little
Exactly
bit. There,
right.
mate.
I haven't seen a person limp with a sore throat since Dracula.
33-point margin. Head over it was Blazer, driven into the ground, free kick. And he'll win it. Wants to move it quickly, give a handball off to Van Dyke. Chips towards Billy Gowers, 1-on-1.
Nice.
Kicks his feet, nicely done. He's 55 out, will roll around, will kick from 53, on its way, goes left, won't come back. Prowse is there, can't complete the mark.
Free kick, Prowse.
Had to be.
Front on.
It had to be.
So Prowse will get the front on free kick. Is it in the goal square? I don't think it is. He'll be on the tightest of all angles. And Prowse will have to kick around the body. He's got 2 this afternoon, has Nick. He will have a look. He wants Forrester, who's covering the kick around the body to just move back a little bit. The umpire said, yes, please move back. And Nick Prowse will take 2 steps and put it through the middle. At the 17.5-minute mark, they get another one. It's back to 27.
It's just one of those things where, you know, a couple of little errors then too, but Gowers was it was a great contested mark by Gowers. And again, set up by Scott Van Dyke off half back. And that quick kick in, you always give your big blokes who don't get any shorter late in the game too, Pop, the opportunity for that mark.
What's the bet that Cameron Olden kicks a goal after the siren for the 3rd time in this game to make it 9?
It's the 18-minute mark of the final quarter. Leongatha at 27 points ahead on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. They are on 16-4-100, leading Murray 11-7-73.
So Murray, to their credit, haven't given it up. They actually trailed by 23 points at half-time and 28 at three-quarter time. And it's stuck around there since that sensational second quarter by Leongatha, where they kicked 6 goals straight. And that's been the difference, as has this bloke here. Cade Maskell takes the mark at centre-half back.
He would have had 10 intercept marks today.
Easy.
He's been
very good.
14 marks for the match.
Yep, 10 of those got to be intercept.
Yeah, and as the game goes on, you see more and more of these Leongatha experienced players. Marriott, they're just going to run this clock down as much as they can. Forrester now going to go back inboard to Maskell.
Another mark.
Yeah.
And it's smart stuff. They play, obviously, in a second semi-final next week against Wonthaggi, so it is smart play.
So the goes long. Willis takes a good strong mark. He had a Maui player on both sides, and he goes inboard now.
Little John.
They're in no rush. Little John also goes inboard. And I reckon you can work this one out with Forrester.
Yep. Well, he comes lateral.
Another
for
mark.
Maskell. Takes another mark. They're at half back. They've had 10 touches and they haven't moved. Maskell just holds things up. He can go backwards if he wants to Bowman, but he'll kick down the line in the end. The target, Big Benny Willis. Noah Gown might fly and comes over the back. Can't complete it. Morrow was there. Gives it to Brock Smith. Not quite. I nearly had me first stat. He nearly put it into the balcony.
I could have
the commentary box.
I could have made a dive, but at the second story it was too dangerous.
Over Poppy goes.
What happened?
But in your younger days, Pop.
Yeah, I would have tumble rolled as I hit, but now I would have looked like an ostrich when I hit the ground.
20 minutes have gone in the final quarter. Ooh. And the kick out of fullback, out of bounds on the full was from Maskell, just turned it over. Sim was back there to Brooks, took on a tackler and 2, got a handle away. De Mulqueen, they're going backwards by hand. Trent Baldy fumbled it. Tallenbrill goes hard, wrapped him up. You can hear the Leongatha support, they're starting to get loud. They know that they're going into a second semi-final. They didn't influence the umpire on that occasion. The free kick will go Maui's way.
Jensen Garland's come off with a bit of cramp, Scud. I can definitely clarify that it is cramp.
The kick goes backwards.
Not much confidence there.
To Van Dyke, no. Out wide to Pratt. Chips it over the top to Wood by foot. Marks on the wing. He's got one further afield. Goes over the head, though, this time of Maslin. And the Parrots through. McGannon go forward. His kick missed the target, though. And Maui will go forward again through Van Dyke to Morrow.
All right, so Morrow, centre of the oval here at Wonthaggi. Goes towards the outer side. The heat gone out of this game, but Maui wanting to play it out as best they can from Wood to Baldy. That's Riley. Both Baldy brothers have been good. And Riley will kick inside forward 50. And he find a winner here. Went looking for Gowers. It spills out the back and Leongatha just work it out nicely. Gowan, the player, who kicks towards
Biffin, who just
Grant side.
on the field.
Biffin came on, got the ball. Gives it to his teammate Scott Van Dyke, who goes inboard and finds Seppi on that left leg. He's usually pretty good. Tries to kick looking for Prowse. Are they going to pay it? Play on was the call. I think it was fair. Went through the hands of the big fella Benny Willis. And the umpire will take control. 30 metres out from Maui's goals, directly in front. Maui 11-7. Leongatha 16 goals 4. 21 3/4 minutes gone.
Willis grabbed it out of the ruck, had a fresh airy. Gowan was wrapped up by Prowse. A big game coming to you live from Warragul Western Park tomorrow, Sunday afternoon football. On Father's Day, of course, it's Terrelgan taking on Sale. Back here, though, it's all Leongatha. They lead by 27 points, and Marriott clears it out of the defensive 50. Alden's at half back and dragged it in. And the Tiger King says holding the ball. As the free kick goes Maui's way.
It's a good look, though. With the peroxide hair and the black mo, it really does
Mole Queen
send a big message.
over the top to Blazer.
Not to mention the red chest hair. It's horrible when you make yourself laugh, isn't it? They go inside forward 50 to Moe now, and then we pull.
Well, to be fair, the spice has gone out of this game. As Leongatha in a qualifying final will go into another second semi. Ball up inside 50 for the Lions. Can they get a late one? Riley Baldy's battled hard all afternoon. Quickly out to Seppi. Noah Gown's been super for the Parrots. Heppel, right foot kick out towards Hilberg. Drops at his toes. Mole Queen after a heavy hit. Back on. He's been okay. Hilberg worked well. Gave it inboard handle to Turton, who kick around the body. Open forward line. There's no one back there. Thomas Blackshaw's the only one. Take the mark. Inboard. He's going to turn it over, does he?
Where's
Hopkins?
Olden?
It's 2-on-1. Oh. And the two went out. Trent Baldy clears it out to the outer wing. Declan Kilty has it. Takes the mark. Bronx cheers from the Leongatha supporters as Kilty goes into the pocket towards Billy Gowers. Had to spoil in the end. And we'll have a boundary throw in 45 metres around from their goal. But they trail late in the quarter. In the final quarter, 27 points.
So the story of the day, outside of Leongatha winning, is Cameron Olding kicking 8, and one goal short of a record. That of Dean McDonald. Who was Dean McDonald playing for, Paul? For Morwell, who now plays at Yallourn North.
Against Mafra in 2013.
If I remember rightly, I reckon it was a lot of goals kicked after half-time. He single-handedly brought them back into the game and got over the top of the Eagles that day.
Yep.
So ball inside forward 50 now. Prowse tried to thump it the way of his line side. Morrow will get the chance. So from one ruckman to the next, I'm not sure what you call that kick.
So up and under, inside-out torpedo.
Yeah, a punpedo.
He's been good, this guy.
He has to. Noah Gown goes from in front of the goals to the right back pocket.
Not as good as that guy.
Mascow has been excellent, hasn't he? But they're all going to be pretty good to get over Cameron Olden, who's been a standout with his 8 goals. Then Gather go towards the outer side. Can he make it 9? That's what we're waiting for in the dying minutes of this game. We've played nearly 25 minutes.
He's on the wing. Needs to roll down to the forward line. Hilberg can come up. Olden go back. A quick clearance and we'll get 9. Ball up. 25 minutes gone into the final quarter for Harvey Norman Computers. Willis, get it out of the ruck. He had it kick smothered by Baldy. Blazer with a kick. Tumbler upside down it forward 50. Punt goes inside 50. McGannon was there, handball over the shoulder. Jackson Harry does well, got one over the shoulder, and will win the free kick on his top of his defensive 50. So Leongatha 16-4-100. Moe 11-7-73.
Great kick in there by Leongatha, 16-4.
10 minutes past the hour of 5 on your Saturday afternoon. Yes, that's correct. A little bit delayed, Boxer. Boxer's nearly asleep. Talk about carpet country helping dreams become a reality. That's what Boxer's doing at the moment.
Yes, he's wrapped up in a shag pile as we speak.
And starting to knot off.
What's that?
It's a type of carpet.
Forrester with a quick kick to half forward. Here we go. Olden has it. He's about 100 metres out from goal. Gets a handball towards his goal, but they're still fumbling around with a bit of a dust-up is there on the outer wing. The emergency umpire decided to come on and then says, nah, I'm not going to worry about it. Free kick will be paid Leongatha's way, though.
Sit down, buddy. It's too cold. Sit down.
So half-back flank. Sam Forrester has it. Goes out wide. Has a target out there in Little John. He can chip it over the top. Talon Brill's there on his own. Marks. Right in front of the scoreboard here at Wonthaggi Rec Reserve that reads 16-4-100. Moe 11-7-73. Right foot kick from Brill. Goes to Willis in the front spot, but taking the mark, Luke Mulqueen across half-back pop.
So Mulqueen now with only moments to go, you suspect. Goes forward, Blazer. Got a runner from the half-back line. The kick wasn't great. It's going to open the door up for a 50-50 ball.
Hopkins, well done.
He does. He feeds it off now. Where is he? Olden to his left. Go short. Olden, run hard, Olden. Get the handball. Draw the player. Oh, dear.
Hilberg's missed.
On his own too. He wanted
Hilberg's hogging it. And was offline as well.
16-5-101 Leongatha, leading by 28 points on the Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard. Moe 11-7-73.
Brought back in now. They go short. Moe has the Leongatha faithful applaud Gowan, who comes off. It's Noah Gowan, who's been pretty good today. Moe go forward towards the half-forward flank. Prowse waited for it, and all players beat at the boundary, and that was Travis Nash that saw the ball over the boundary. Left half-forward flank. Moe 11-7, Leongatha 16-5.
Still looking for a final score in the North Gippsland Football League. Haven't got one just yet, so we've got a few feelers out, but nothing has come to fruition.
All right. So Seppi tapped it forward. Nash was there to kick around the body and hug the boundary line. Looking for touch, you'd think. And he finds it in the end. Boundary throw in. True centre wing, far side of the ground. Boxer, what did you make of today's game, obviously, with Moe? A couple of different changes. Kelty obviously been sort of matched stride for stride wherever he went today.
Yeah, I think they've been out-coached today, Moe. I think the moves that were made by Leongatha early, Gown to the middle, Bowman to
just
Kilty.
Stayed with him, didn't he?
Maskell across half-back. It's just one of those things that just, they have been out-coached today, and I think Kilty's got a lot he can work with, though. So there's a little bit of...
Here we go.
For them.
Here we go. Cam Alden gets on the end of this for 9 goals. Cam Alden missed it out of bounds on the full. I was up.
Stalemate.
Drag him off.
That was a stalemate.
Out of bounds on the full. 28 and 3/4 minutes gone.
He had time to straighten too, but he just kicked around the body and hit the wrong point of the ball. As Moe bring the ball back into play.
Oh, Queen on the far side. Chips it over the top. We've travelled 29 minutes. There'll be a free kick for a chop of the arms. We'll go Moe's way. And that's Smith comes inboard to Tyson Biffin.
I'll give the timekeeper $20 if he blows a siren now.
28 points is the margin. Leongatha got this one in the bag. They'll face Wonthaggi next week in a second semi. Moe, well, they'll go to the first semi-final and they'll play next tomorrow's winner.
Here we go.
Turton
Here we go.
outside 50. Over that, Cam Alden. He's going to take the mark. Yes, sirree. On the phone. No way.
I told you.
I told you. Ride a Spanish scramble.
I told you.
Alden
I told you.
has kicked 3 goals after
Hang
the
on.
siren.
Hang on, is he calling play, no score because he's called play on?
Oh, no. It's no score because he played on. Cam Alden doesn't care.
Oh, no.
He didn't want the record.
Oh, you umpire.
He's ended up with 8 goals. The umpire ruined the party, or was it Cam Alden that ruined it? Either way, Leongatha have won the game of footy, and that's all that Cam Alden worried about. 16 goals, 501. Have defeated Moe 11-7-73. Into the second semi-final they go. 28 points in the end. And Moe will wait to see who they face after tomorrow's game between Terrelgan and Sale. We'll have a quick break and we'll wrap things up here from Wonthaggi Rec Reserve. It is Gippsland Live, and it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.